Good morning, everybody. It is me, Josh Welgus. You know me as Gilly, and it is this guy who is who?
I'm Manny Tremblay.
Have you ever played this?
I've played it once, twice,
Okay,
maybe.
great.
Yes.
Welcome to our second Wroth live stream, where we're going to show you some PvP gameplay from Wroth today. Now, I know the core CTG audience, tends to be all about co-ops and solos. We're not showing any solo and co-op today. I'm just going to warn you of that straight up. But we are doing 2 games of PvP, one with myself and Manny, and another with who? With mystery guests. So that, stick around because it could literally be anyone. It could be Yeah, it might. John Cena has been suggested. We might
be anyone.
Yeah. Well, we won't. You won't see him if he's here. Anyway.
I would like to add something to that.
Yes.
Because I think one of the things to understand about Wroth is that when you watch the PvP and this experience, it translates directly to the co-op and the solo. Mm-hmm. Like the game system, how it functions is the same, except we'd get to be buddies during that co-op.
Exactly.
Versus this.
Which is not really our thing.
No,
buddies.
We're very.
Yeah,
there's a lot of animosity.
We
currently.
hate each other deeply to our core.
Very true. Yes.
We were discussing before this started. The winner of this game will get to keep Manny's iPad. So that was determined.
He determined that. Correct.
We shook on that. I won't win. I've never won this game in the 3 times I've played it. So I don't think that's actually even a threat. To give you a little bit of context again, so Wroth, it's designed by this guy right here, Mr. Manny Tremblay. You designed it because Risk is bad. Is that roughly?
There's been a few people who. Sorry, I've spit all over the board.
It's neoprene. It's fine.
Yes, it's fine. Yeah. We could be in a pool right now. There have been a few people that have asked questions like, "So does that mean you hate area control games and you hate Risk?" It's not that I hate those games. It's that I dislike that my children have decided Risk is their favorite game in our house, and I think that is a rite of passage for. I know it was for me when I was their age, 10, 12 years old. As soon as I was introduced to Risk, I was like, this is the greatest game I've ever played. Mm-hmm. And at that point, it was like Trouble, Uno, and then like Risk. So yeah, Risk is probably the king of those 3 games. Mm-hmm. And I will say that area control is not my favorite genre of board game. So this was a little bit of an experiment of, can I make an area control game that will A, replace Risk in my house, but B, be a version of area control that I really enjoy. And I have a tendency to enjoy things that are a little bit more volatile, a little bit more chaotic. But I wouldn't want to throw someone off saying that this game is just pure chaos, because there's actually quite a bit of strategy in it.
Right. I've actually found that, or in the little bit that I've seen anyway, because I haven't played co-op since Gen Con last year. Mm-hmm. But co-op is a little bit more chaotic, I think, even than PvP. Totally. I know that you and Adam Carlson have been working together to kind of streamline that and find that balance between the chaos and the strategy.
Yep.
And so I think there's even been a few modifications to co-op since we showed it last week.
I was
or 2
literally
weeks ago.
in the other room just working on that with Adam.
Yeah.
So
the game is still evolving a little bit. Obviously, you can see it's very far along, and the mechanics are very well locked in. The balance is getting pretty close. But specifically on the co-op and the solo side, that is the portion of the game that still has the longest way to go in terms of getting it to its absolute final state. So
totally.
And that's actually one of the reasons we're not showing it today, because again, by the time we get to the campaign launch in 2 weeks, holy cow, we will have a slightly modified rule set, even from what you saw a couple weeks ago. So yeah, just look forward to that. A couple things before we jump into this PvP. So again. We're not going to do like a full hardcore teach of the game here today, simply because we did that 2 weeks ago. If you want to kind of get a step-by-step look at the rules with Manny teaching the game, I would encourage you to go back and watch on our YouTube channel the last Wroth stream where we kind of walk everybody through that. The PvP has not changed since then. I just want to call out again, we are working with a prototype here. So there's a bunch of things that have already been changed in some of the things that you're seeing here. The biggest being the map is going to be much easier to read from just a UX standpoint. And we'll be showing that on the campaign when the campaign launches. We don't have an updated map here for you today, but if you're having a hard time differentiating between regions, the new map has numbers on it. The borders of the regions are much more clear. And also, again, we have a slightly more easy to read on the map hex troops that we're using today than last time. However, we are working to make these much, much easier to see on the map. They're not going to be translucent like you see here. They're going to be solid colors. And the colors of the hex troops, the elite troop dice or cubes, because they're not rolled, as well as the border stitching on every mat are going to all match, so that again you just you can read the map much easier in that respect. So I just want to call those things out. There's a number of other things that will be buttoned up from a UX standpoint, but anybody watching this, just know we are on top of that. We got this here. We had to get this printed before Lunar New Year in order to get it here in time for the campaign. And so a lot of this is like our first attempt at a lot of these components rather than anything that we would, immediately send to mass production. Last thing I'll mention, and I don't even know if you know this stuff yet, we are working, though, very hard to secure a bunch of language partners. And so we have signed one. I can't reveal who they are yet, simply because I don't know if I'm allowed to. I might be allowed to, but I'm not sure, so I'm not going to. But we expect, and again, this means contracts have not been signed, but we have kind of a verbal agreement / interest pending receipt of a physical prototype, which are all starting to land in Europe today, which is mostly where these partners are. But we expect we will have English, French, German, Portuguese, which is not in Europe. So English, French, German, Portuguese, Czech, Polish, and I think there's one that I'm forgetting. But I think it was 7 different. Italian is the other one. Yeah. So that is our expectation. We will have that clearly marked when the campaign starts. And our COO Andrew Chesney, who you've seen on stream before, is going to be at Gamma this week, where he will be meeting with some of our language partners and that kind of thing. So we will have much more to announce for the campaign, but we expect 7 language editions on launch on the campaign. So you can look forward to that.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it is.
That's super cool.
Yeah, it's great. So, they've all said something about like, we like Manny or something, which is not something I'm familiar with. So, and with that noted, let's jump into our duel.
Yes.
Let's jump into our duel. So we're showing 2. We haven't shown the Runin, I don't think, on stream before, have we?
I don't think so.
So we are showing 2 different factions in this game. I have no idea who they're playing with in the next game. I assume it's probably the other 2 factions that we haven't shown. But I am playing the Uglon, and you are playing the Runin today, which has the art that a lot of people have called out as their favorite, the cool dwarf. So you want to give us
he has an axe in his beard. That's my personal favorite part.
Yeah, I think like the first comment on the preview page was like, having an axe hanging from your beard is extremely impractical. And I agree, but I'm going to look into it anyway. You want to give us a little bit of a background on any of the lore or mechanics or that kind of thing between the Runin and the Uglon, while I quickly read my abilities so that I don't screw it up this time.
Yes. There will not be a pregame dance-off, just FYI, in case anybody wants to
shout out to the Discord
wants an answer for that one. The Runin are the dwarven faction. So they have Stoics. The Stoics are elite troops that cannot be damaged when you attack outside of their region. You have to be in the region with them to fight them and to deal damage. So they're a little bit harder to remove from regions, but also along with that, they gain an extra victory point with their presence. So they're a little hardier. The Miners allow me, in regions I control, to gain extra Cora, extra resources. And that's that's their whole shtick. They're relatively easy to get rid of, low health. And then we have the Rams, and that's the favorite part of the Runin, really, is the Rams move around the table, dealing damage and pushing the enemy out of other regions. And that is what my feat is based off of as well, is I get to just take a Ram from anywhere, I gather it, gathering means from my board, from destroyed, or from anywhere on the game itself. And then I get to deploy it and move it around. Whereas the Uglon, they have their elites are the Karn. The Karn are gain extra victory points, but also they are deployed in a region that I control. So they just pop up and immediately have representation, and you don't have to worry about moving them to try to help control or contest and fighting regions. Their nameless are the ones that I'm most afraid of, because the nameless deal damage based on their health value. So they hit particularly hard when you're battling. So I want to chip them down to that 1 or 2 even, and if I can then leave them there, they don't gain any extra victory points. So it's a little bit harder for them to help with the ultimate win condition. And then finally, you have access to Parasite, which allows you to pick a region, and then you get to just attack that region for a damage for 1 Korra. So you're basically just buying disease within a region to kill off dudes.
I'm often referred to as a disease,
Yes.
so this is
It's appropriate.
Yeah, it's on
Your feat allows you to gather 10 troops, horde troops, from anywhere. That means whether they're defeated, that means from your board, or from the actual game, the islands themselves. So gathering simply, again, means just you pick them up, and yours allow you to put them in any single region. So you could just be, boom, we're going right here, I'm going all in on this.
And that's important because the fact that I can revive them from the dead is a huge advantage for the Uglon, because normally, again, your typical troops are a finite resource. And especially, I think, in higher player count games, they get removed pretty fast. But even if you go back and watch our last stream, we were down to not very many by the end of the game.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Well, so we can jump in, and again, I would just mention that I have never played this faction before. So when I lose, that is my excuse. And that's
I will lightly hold your hand. So the other point of differentiation, when you play a duel, in a normal game, we're going to roll 2 dice per player plus 1 to create the action draft. In a 2-player game, we're going to roll 3 dice per player plus 1 for the draft, and then we each draft 3 dice. So a round will consist of 3 actions that I take, plus my gray all-seeing die.
Okay, perfect. And again, the board state, in terms of the scoring tokens that are in each region, those were randomly distributed. So the map does change every time you play the game. The geography of the map stays the same, but the scoring, which, again, we're trying to control regions of the board for various amounts of points, that does change. And I do not see a 3.
There's no 3s. I noticed that as well.
So that is interesting. I have not played. I have historically played poorly trying to get the 3 all the time.
So the first thing we're going to do before we roll dice is we are going to each gain a Korra to start the game. Okay. And then we will add 2 troops to our deployment. So when we started the game, we start with 3, but then at the start of each round, we're going to add 2 to our deployment. Okay. And we roll our all-seeing die. Okay. And this die may or may not be useful early on, depending upon what we draft and how we move. And now we'll roll all the available action dice. Okay, and we'll create our menu.
All
so
right.
we can set the dice out here.
A lot of violence.
Lots of violence. And just as a reminder from last time, at the top of the scorecard, there is an action menu. And at any point, a player can sacrifice 2 of their action dice to move this token to any one of the available options. You cannot activate the one that it's currently covered. So let's say I had 2 skulls. I could choose to say, well, early in the game, I'm not going to use those. Instead, I'll go here to move or deploy.
And again, a UX note, the icon that's up at the top of here, this is the old sign for Korra that has changed to a gem sign that you can see here on my next to Parasite. So again, these are some of the prototype things that will get corrected.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take a Korra because I have the first player marker.
But you get plenty of that on your own.
I'm going to hoard it. Well, you're the horde, but I'm going to hoard it.
I feel like I want to use Parasite a lot, so I'm going to take that.
All right. Well, then I'm going to take this little blue move or the. All right. Action and action.
Okay.
Fight, fight. Now, normally this last die would go to whoever's in last place, but first round, there's no last place.
Soon it will go to me.
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy, really. Okay, so now back to me as a starting player. I can choose one of these. I will just simply spend this to gain a Cora, please.
Okay. I'll do the same.
Okay. I will then spend 2 to add a ram to my deployment zone. And then I will use my blue die here to deploy 2 troops to my deployment zone or move. So I'm going to move 2, and I'm going to move right up to here.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and use my all-seeing die to snipe this guy.
Okay, sounds good.
Graveyard, we'll put the graveyard over here.
Graveyard's fine.
And then I will... Sorry, I'm getting used to these new player references still. I will deploy 2 troops to a region I occupy and put them in my deployment zone.
Perfect. My last die has no value. I can't fight anything that is nearby. So I can, at any point, I can always just sacrifice that die to add a troop to my deployment. So no dice is ever dead. And because this is the end, my last turn, this gray die, since there's no one adjacent, you're always safe on the shores. We all agree to live in peace at the shore until we get up into the island and fight. So my gray die is basically worthless this first round.
Okay. And then I will do the same to deploy another troop here.
Okay. All right, so that ends the first round. There's not a whole lot going on yet. We're moving around. Okay. So
and there's no scoring at the end of the first
round.
round.
There's no scoring at the end of the first round. You'll notice there's only one region that has a region bonus, and neither of us there. So at the start of the next round, we will skip that as well. So we start off by gaining a Cora again to start the round. We roll our gray dice.
Here it is. Another snipe.
And then we add 2 troops to our deployment zone. And we roll the action dice. Let's go. Uh-oh. I think we're about to get some movement.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, but first player goes to you.
Okay. I'm going to grab this guy.
I think that's a reasonable choice. I would also like to move many, many things.
I'll grab this one.
I think I want this.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm going to take a Cora for the last, and this one is set aside. Okay. You are first player, so you get to...
Okay.
I'm intrigued. What are you going to do?
Hold on. Okay, so this one is a region I occupy.
Correct.
I don't occupy any region yet.
This one? Yeah.
You were both of these, right? Choose a region you occupy.
This is you are currently in this region.
Okay.
The shoreline is a region.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna wait and see what you do.
Yeah, you wait to see what I do. Yeah, well, watch. I'm gonna get a Cora as well and see what you do.
Okay.
You surely aren't gonna guess what I will do.
I will spend 2 Cora to buy a nameless.
Okay.
And does that get added
to your deployment zone? Yeah. Unless an elite troop has a rule that defines where it is deployed, all deployment happens to your deployment zone.
Okay. And then so with this guy, where can I move guys to? Just to my deployment zone?
This one here?
No, this one right here.
So you would take all troops from a single region you occupy and disperse them to any adjacent regions.
Okay.
Now, this is something we're still working on with the UX and within the game rules themselves. But the shoreline is adjacent to regions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Once you have moved off the shoreline and enter the mainlands, you can never go back down to the shoreline. So right now you're adjacent to a lot of regions. So if you want to go and disperse everywhere, you go right ahead.
Mm-hmm. And remind me what the star bonus is?
That's the equivalent of this purple face. That's an old die faces or old symbol as well.
Okay. I'm going to go here, 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 and here.
Oh, interesting. Okay. All right.
Every time I've played this, I have made the strategic error of not dispersing my troops enough. I may have just dispersed them too much. I don't know. But that is...
Okay. So the first thing I will do is I'm going to use my Cora to gain a ram in my deployment zone. And then I will do the yellow kind of all move. And we're going to pop one up here, one over there. I'm going to use... This ram is going to enter this region, dealing a damage, and then pushing 2 troops out of this region over to here. These ones will... I'm going to put 2 over there. Actually, we'll go 3. And then we'll plop 1 there and 1 there. Okay. So now, I'm also going to snipe. So this is I can do a single damage anywhere on the map. And why don't we just remove that guy?
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. I see how it is. I will spend my... Oh, hold on. I'm going to snipe... I'm going to use my all-seeing die to snipe this guy.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm going to use... spend 1 Cora. Oh, I don't occupy that region. Never mind. I'm not going to do that. And then I'll spend this to deploy 2 troops to here.
Okay. Finally, I have the last move of the round. I'm going to use my... did you want to use any Cora for anything?
Not at the moment.
Okay,
no.
Perfect. So then I will use my last one, my attack die. And let's see. Let's remove 1 of those.
Okay.
Okay. So that ends the round. I have no more dice to use, and now we score. And scoring always starts in Region 1 and goes around the table. So there's no troops in Region 1, so we don't score. Region 2, I am controlling and dominating, so I get 1 for the region, 1 for dominating.
Okay.
So I get 2. Down here, I tied. Made sure we tied. So neither of us get any points. Over here, though, you're winning the region, but not dominating, so
Right.
you get 1.
So I do not get the bonus.
You don't
in
get the
that case.
bonus.
Yep.
And the nameless don't have any bonuses. So up here, though, I am controlling and dominating. So I would get 3.
Okay.
And then this region, you're controlling and dominating. So you would get 3. And then there's no one in these top 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then as we start, we're going to first pass the player marker.
Yep.
We're going to look out for actions on VP chips. So this one is right here. So you would get to choose to add 2 from your board to reinforce an area.
And I will reinforce this area.
Are there going to be player aids for each individual character? So on the hero mats, on the faction mats, there's information that describes what each of the elite troops do. Each faction comes with their own feat card to describe what their feat does. And on the back side of the map is the AI version, which also has rules text that helps you understand what everything does. So there won't be an additional information or additional documentation for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good question. Okay. We each get a Cora, correct?
Yes, we each get a Cora to start. You did your region. Oh, I see you reinforced
Yes,
over there.
yep.
Perfect. We're going to roll our gray die.
2x.
We get 2 troops to your deployment zone. And then we roll those dice.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And 1.
Are there any rule tweaks to 2-player? The biggest difference is you roll 3 dice per player plus 1, and we're going to take 3 actions per turn as opposed to the 2 you would take in 3 or 4-player.
Violence.
That's a lot of fighting.
That is a lot of fighting.
That's a lot more fighting than I would have imagined right now. Let's see.
Hey, you're the one that likes the volatility.
I do.
Man,
I do. Well, we're all going to get lots of fighting dice, so I don't want you to have that. So I'm going to take that one.
Okay, well, I'll do the all move.
All right, so then we each just get 2 of these guys.
And this one goes to me.
Okay.
Because I am bad.
So, yeah. That's true. You get a 4th attack. Okay, so what I'm going to do for my first thing is I'm going to recruit a miner, and those I'm allowed to deploy them to a region I occupy. I'm going to use my gray die to chip away at this guy down to 1, and then I'm going to attack in that region to remove him.
Does this guy, he's infinite, right?
All elite troops are infinite.
Yep. I mean, they're not because you only have 3 on. I only have
well,
3.
yes.
Yeah, but yes. Yeah.
They're not depleted.
Okay. Man.
You could fight, or you could fight.
Or I could fight.
You could fight.
Yeah. Let's fight over here.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I think I'm gonna fight right here.
That's mean. Ugh. Okay. You're gonna. Do you have any movement? You don't have any movement, but you could. Okay. I'm not gonna overanalyze this. I'm gonna fight here.
That's not unreasonable. Finally, I'll gain a Cora as my last die.
I will buy a new. I'm gonna buy a Karn, and I will choose to move that Karn.
So it can go anywhere where I am.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'm gonna move these guys. Move them here. Now, if your Rams move in here, they just move 1 of my guys each.
I destroy 1 and push 2.
Push 2. Whew. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna reinforce that. And then my last fighting, I will go ahead and kill this guy.
Okay. And remember, you can do that action twice because your gray die allows you to take any one of your action dice and repeat that action.
Does it have to be in the same region?
It does not. Imagine it like you're taking 2 turns right now.
Sure. Okay. Well, actually, I think I forgot about that. I'm gonna take back and do this instead. Fight twice there.
Okay. That sounds good. So your dice are done. Mine are done. Now we score.
Okay.
So nothing in region 1. In region 2, unfortunately, you left me there, which means we tie and you get no points. So that's the downside of that.
Right.
Whereas you were going to get 1 point here anyways. So had you instead done that, that would have gained you +1 here, dominating and controlling.
Oh, I didn't even. Oh, okay. Yep.
So you would have got 3 points for that one.
Bad. Okay. It's going to keep coming.
This is a good education moment where I can help teach a little bit.
But there's also, I mean, again, that's an important thing because I think again, like this is a more medium weight game than what Chip Theory generally puts out, right? But it's very easy to learn. But there's still, again, all like the turn sequences. There's a whole bunch of little things that are built into this that create really crunchy decisions. And I'm on camera and I'm playing a type a little bit here, but there's more going on here than maybe like meets the eye, and yet the turns are still super snappy. Yep. It's all moving. So anyway, there you go. Yeah.
Yep, it's all good. So that's what happened there. In Region 1, though, you still get 2 victory points because you're controlling and dominating.
I'm just trying very hard to stay in last place, so I keep getting that extra die. It's all intentional.
You did control and dominate this one, so you get 2 here. I am controlling and dominating this for 3. You get this one, though, for 3 as well.
That last question regarding reference materials.
Yes.
I believe it was in regards to the reference cards. Will there
Oh,
be one of
these.
those per player?
Oh, yes, there will be a player aid per player. Yes. Yep, 100%.
Okay.
It just won't be faction specific. It will be
Right, good call.
Yeah, it will be very tied to just the general actions that you're taking in the game. Yep. The rest, again, as Manny was saying, the rest of the information about your specific faction, at least right now, is currently found on the mat, and then you have a feat card here that explains your once per game ability that you can use. Yep.
Cool. Okay, we start fresh round. First player marker passes. We each get a Cora.
2 troops to our deployment
2
zone.
troops to our deployment. We roll our gray dice.
2x.
And you do get this region bonus. So you get to add 2 from your board to reinforce an area. So you can add them there, or you can put them out.
Let's go here.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so we roll our dice for drafting. Draft pool.
We got no fighting.
No fighting.
Peacetime.
Oh, sorry. One thing I forgot is I'm not only controlling but dominating this, so I get 2 Cora from having a minor there. So I'll take 2 of those little bad boys.
I don't want that to happen.
Yeah. So you're drafting first.
Oh man, I feel like there's plenty of Cora to go around. I'll take the all move again, just so you can't have it.
Okay, I will take this one. And I'm currently in last, so I'm going to get 2.
Strategy failure again. Even the fake strategy I'm pretending to have is failing.
I'm going to take this Cora.
That's next level.
And see what you do.
You're gonna go dominate a bunch of areas if I don't have a little bit of movement, even though I want that Cora.
Okay, so I get the last 2. All right, so you're first up.
All right. I will. I need to do something about this area, but I don't want to venture in there. It's scary. So I'll go like this. I'll use my all move to come I'll go up here.
So where are you moving from? Sorry, from this region?
Deployment
you're
zone.
down here. Okay.
Yep, deployment zone. And then, I can only move from my deployment
Yes,
zone then.
so if you had 2 guys there, those guys with all your movement.
Yeah. That's fine. I'm going to go with it. It's a bad move. I'm going to go with it. Just owning it. Just owning it at this point.
Just got to double down.
Yeah. I'm trying to make you think about the entire map rather than because I don't think I can come in here and do a whole lot of damage. So I'm hoping that maybe you will disperse so that I can.
All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is
because I do still have I'm kind of waiting for a few more of my guys to die so that I can pop my once per game ability.
You still have 10 dudes left to come back.
Right, exactly. So game. I'm hoping that if I can spread Manny out enough, eventually I can jump in with a big concentrated burst and maybe do some damage. I don't know if that'll work. I've never played this faction before. I have read the feat card correctly this time though. So
do that, and then this.
Oh, you've got a double attack too on your all-seeing die.
I do. Okay. So I'm going to use my blue. These guys are going to move together over here. I'm going to deal 1 damage, and then shove 2 of these guys over here into that region.
Okay.
I'm going to use my gray die to do 2 more damage, and that's the turn.
All right. I'm going to 2x this Cora.
Okay.
And grab 2 Cora, and purchase a. going to purchase a Karn.
Ooh. Ooh, I like it. I'm going to take...
So again, the Karn's special ability is I can deploy it to an enemy region. So I could have put it here instead of here too, but I'm trying to...
All right, so I just chose to add 2 troops.
Okay.
Last is to reinforce.
I'm going to spend 2 more in my Cora to buy a name.
Now that'll go to your deployment zone.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about it. How many times can I trigger Parasite on a turn? Is that as many?
How much
as I
Cora do
want?
you have?
I have 2.
There you go.
I
You
just,
could do it
I
twice.
just spent it.
Oh, you did? Okay. Yes, you could have done it twice. You could do it 6 times if you had a whole bunch of Cora.
Okay. Let's. I said I was going to buy nameless. I'm going to stick to my
Okay.
thoughts.
So my
as much
last
as possible.
2, I'll just do them together because you did. Oh, actually, sorry, you still have that.
Oh yeah, I do still have this. And then I'll move that to you.
Okay.
Which might be bad because I can't attack with it right now.
Oh no, you can't deploy to there. So
Oh.
this goes. So
Oh.
This adds 2 from your horde to anywhere to reinforce.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
Now you could take those 2 and place them here to reinforce.
Yeah, 2 troops. Okay. Yeah, that would get us tied. Yeah, that'll give us tied. Yeah.
Okay. I will then use my first one to. I'm going to use that then to add a miner to that region, and then I'll gain another Cora to then add a miner to. Let's see. You have 3 over there. I would have 2. That doesn't help me. We're just gonna add another one there. We're gonna gain a bunch of Cora next turn.
Never.
All right. So now
Okay.
we're scoring.
All right.
So starting up here, you win that one for 3. In region 2, you're winning that one. So you get your bonus point.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 more. Down here, you're controlling and dominating for 2. Over here, control and dominating for 2.
The bonus point was for having a Karn up there again, in case that was missed. Yep.
And then this one, I'm getting my 3. So 11. Over here, I am controlling, but I have a stoic. So it's 2, so I get 4 for that. And then there are none up here.
Okay.
Okay. So it's 15 to 20.
I'm dominating.
Still, you're dominating
I'm
currently.
just
It's true.
making
Okay, so we get our Cora to start.
2 troops.
I gave you
Oh,
an
you gave
extra
me one.
Cora.
Okay,
That's
sorry.
fine. Past this, 2 troops to our deployment. Roll our gray dice.
Cora.
Okay. Roll the action dice. Don't forget, you also still have access to this right now. You only have 1 troop left over there to use it with, but this can be used to reinforce. Fight, 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 fight. Okay, so I am first player, so I will... This is kind of fun. This is where I feel like this is maybe not as useful.
Mm-hmm.
And we're probably going to fight. But I do have troops to get out. I need to reinforce, so I think I need this one.
I just want to fight.
I just want to fight. I do want this.
Fight.
And I better grab a fight, because you're probably going to...
Fight.
Yeah, well, I can fight too.
Well, we'll see about that.
All right.
Friend.
First up, I am going to... I'm going to take this guy, and I am going to move 2 troops from a region. I'm going to take these 2, and I'm going to move them into this region. So then I do 2 damage anywhere I would like. So I'm going to damage this guy.
No.
No. Yeah. I'm going to damage him down to 1. And then I push 4 troops out of the region. So we're going to shove all 4 of these guys
Oh,
over here into this
come
little
on.
corner.
What a jerk.
Okay, so that's...
Okay.
And then I will choose to use my gray die.
No. Oh, my plans. All my plans shattered.
And that guy.
Oh, man. Okay.
All right, your go.
All right. Let's get weird. I'm gonna pop my my once per game ability.
Okay.
Grab 10 troops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And then you could gather 1 from the board if you want, anywhere.
No, these are just standard troops. These
Yes,
are horde troops,
correct.
is what it says on the card.
Oh.
So I'm going to grab these all, and they're going to go in here.
Boom.
The plague has arrived.
That is the that is a plague.
Okay, then I'm going to spend my gray die to get a Korra.
Ouch.
Then I'm going to spend that on a Karn. And no, you don't control that region anymore because I put my guys there. So I can't put my Karn there.
Well, you can add to this region. No, I don't. Yeah. So what does it say?
When deploying a
region I
Karn, I
control.
may instead place them in an enemy-controlled region.
Right.
But that is not an enemy-controlled region any longer.
No.
So that was an error, which I'm pretty good at this point. I'm just not gonna spend that right now. Okay, I will just attack in this region, and I attack the highest health guy, right?
You can attack anybody you want. In co-op, in PvP, you target. You
Okay.
decide.
I am pretty tired of rams, so I'll attack that one.
Okay. All right. All 3 of my rams are in one area. The first... Wait, this is... I don't know what I want to do right now. I think I need to use this, my all move, to add troops. So we're gonna go 2 here, 3 there, 1 up there. Okay.
Okay. I will attack again
Okay.
and get this guy out of here.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay. I will use this to maneuver, and I'm gonna move 2 guys. This guy and this guy. Actually, I think I need to do that. So we're gonna move both of these guys over here. We're gonna deal 2 damage. And then we're gonna shove 4 of them over here into this region.
It's the first time I've seen the Runin be played, I believe.
And then
And,
I'm gonna use
those
my
rams are
1 Korra
nasty.
to deal 1 extra damage to that region. Okay. And then I will I'm gonna activate my... I'm not going to yet, actually. I'm just gonna...
Okay.
Here you go.
I will... I'm going to use 1 Korra to do Parasite. What do you got left? You got nothing left? Or you got
I have
attack?
one attack left.
Use 1 Korra to Parasite which allows me to do damage in a region I occupy. I'll do that here.
Okay.
Then I will spend another Cora to do that here.
Okay.
And then I will use my last attack to get rid of you there.
Okay. You very handily have control of that region and that one down there. I can do 1 damage. I think I'm going to do that here. So
Okay.
I can get the bonus. Okay, that ends the round. Let's score it up. You get 4 here, or 3. No, yeah, 3. Over there, I get 1. Down here, you get 1. Over here, I get 2.
You just moved
Oops,
yourself.
sorry, I did.
There you go.
Right here, I get 2. Right here, I get 3. Over here, you get the 2. And that is it. So we start a new round. Pass. We each get a Cora.
Your Cora from
Sorry?
dominating with your miners.
Sorry? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So I get 2 Cora if dominating. Yep. Check the miners in the region.
Questions. Any deluxifications on the campaign for the game?
Deluxification.
So the game comes stock with the neoprene mats. Obviously the dice will not be sticker dice in the final version. We are going to be selling a set of metal troop. So again, these little the plastic hexes. There will be a metal version of those. It'll be like a shiny, like anodized, I think. Look, we're getting 2 different types of. They're going to be painted on the outside with a shiny reflective paint. We're not showing those yet because there's 2 different types of paint that we could choose to go with, and we are awaiting samples on both before we make a call on which direction we go on that. And which direction we go on that will also affect how much those cost. So one type is a fair bit more expensive than the other. So we want to see and compare and see if we feel like that additional cost is worth it for what they bring to the table. That Metal Troops pack will cover all 7 factions in the game, including the 2 expansion factions that are not in the core box, the Vena and the Paladin. Outside of that, no. Again, and we've talked about this at length in a number of different ways, but a huge consideration for us publishing this game is its accessibility and its ease of play and learning and its price point. So again, the MSRP on this game is going to be $65. Spoiler alert, it's going to be $55 on the campaign. That's pretty well locked in. And again, further deluxification, there's not really all that much else we can actually do with it. I mean, again, beyond adjusting these troops, which are whatever the kind of the cheapest part of the game, it's still got the mats, these little mini chips, that kind of thing, the heat transfer dice. It's gonna be a very shiny, sexy looking product, all at a price that, again, we are very, very, very keen to stick to. We'd actually hoped the MSRP could come in even under 65, but with the mats and everything in here, that's the other thing. The one thing I will mention is I believe we are looking at a stretch goal where the score tracker would be a neoprene mat. That is a real stretch goal, meaning that's not smoke and mirrors like, oh, we have this content developed and we're pretending to hide it. We really do need to hit a certain amount of funding on the game in order to consider adding another neoprene mat, simply because that's a very expensive upgrade from a cost per unit standpoint. So yeah, there you go.
Another question from Jeremy Howard.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if it's the Jeremy Howard you're familiar with.
The Jeremy Howard.
I know a Jeremy
It
Howard.
looks like it is, unless it's somebody posing as him.
But you can say, but yeah, he's just wondering about victory point trackers moving around the board at halftime at like 20 victory points.
That's a fun idea.
Sorry, what? I
The
don't know.
idea of these basically collecting these and
I got you.
redistributing them. Like
Ah.
changing where the value lies. That's a fun variant. I mean, we have not done that, Jeremy, but that is an interesting idea.
Yeah. I mean, you could even completely repull. So again, there's not
He
a
says
3
I'm
on.
hacked.
Again, there's not a 3. There is a 3-point token in the game, and it's not on the map here. By
Yep.
repulling, you could end up that could change the tide mid battle pretty significantly. Yeah.
Now you would have to determine, what does halftime mean? Is it when the first player gets to the halfway mark at 20 victory points, or I think there's still even determination in a 2-player game. Should the game go to 30 victory points, or should it stay at 40? Should it go to 50? I mean, I feel like 40 is still kind of that sweet spot where you have enough turns to feel like you're strategizing.
Yeah.
30 feels like you're right on that edge where you've had time, but if you're not as efficient, you might get beat to the 30. When if you got that extra round or extra 2 rounds, maybe you could have pulled back into it.
Yeah. Not a bad idea. Hacked Jeremy Howard though.
Yes.
Not a bad idea.
Hacked Jeremy Howard. Thank you. Okay, we are at rolling the dice.
Yes, we are.
And
I don't
our
have any
gray
troops.
die-
I don't have any troops to bring out anymore. They're all
Oh, curious.
don't.
There's
Oh,
more
sorry,
dice to
there we
roll
go,
there
yeah.
too.
I gotta roll my all-seeing die 2x, and these. Okay.
Ooh, interesting. So you do have that mass of troops. So you taking the yellow is interesting. Do you abandon that too, though, to go get into other regions?
I think. I mean, I gotta make sure I get. Whoops. That was. What was that?
It was an attack dice.
It was an attack. Okay. I flipped it to the other attack side. So, whoops. Okay. I'll take the L move just to make sure I get one.
I think I'm going to take this fight.
Then I better take one.
Okay. I'm going to take this one.
I hate that your Rams can fight without fighting.
Yes.
That is.
By hate,
Have you
mean
considered
love?
Have you considered nerfing that for this?
They're giant rams. They're
For this-
shoved around. I'm trampling your little
I don't, and
goblins.
I don't want you moving. Well, yeah, I don't want you moving.
Ooh,
at
a
all.
double all move. I
want,
like it.
I don't want you moving at all
All right. And
because
then
you're gonna keep ramming me, and I hate it. It's mean because you're gonna bring these guys back in here and just like crowd control that to oblivion.
I mean, that's not impossible. I mean, I could do that. Okay, you're first up.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to fight twice with my all-seeing die in this region to kill one of your Rams because I hate them.
Sounds good. Okay. Let's see. All right. Well, I think the first thing. Let's get some Cora. I would like more information first before I decide to do anything.
Okay. I'm gonna move because that's
That's what you have
all
left
I
available.
can really do. Yeah.
Let's see where you move to. This will inform what I do.
All right. Go. Bunch of guys up here. I'm gonna go. Let's start climbing the hill. Actually.
Oh.
You got 4 there. I'll leave 4. Just to make you have to deal with thinking about it. And
You can't move from that region to that one.
yeah, oh yeah. I have to move everybody from here.
Yep.
That's
That's your first all move.
I think. You know what? Let's get weird again. Let's go like that.
Ooh, I'm intrigued. You abandon that region altogether. I'm very intrigued. Let's see what else you do with your second one. I'm going to get another grab. As Adam likes to say, I'm going to posture for a moment.
Okay.
And see what happens.
All right. With this one, that one was more about not letting you do something. And now I don't.
So
really,
you're saying you were hate drafting? Is that what you were saying?
I would never.
You would never use that
I would
word,
never
hate
do
draft?
that.
No?
I would never do that. I think
You're in a good spot, actually. You're For as much as you talk trash about yourself, you're actually
I'll just go there.
doing just fine. That's your all move?
That's my all move.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
I'm assuming and again, I not having played this faction or even watched this faction be played other than as an AI opponent, I'm assuming the best strategy for a faction that's all about hoarding and like bringing tons of units out on the board is to just spread everywhere to try and get a lot of points by occupying everywhere. So I don't know that to be true. I'm just assuming based on the mechanics that that's probably kind of the goal of how they were designed. So that's what I'm trying to do right now.
I agree. Okay. So first up, let's so you're out of moves, so I get to just play in the sprinkler right now, see what happens.
The other thing I tried to do was get out of the way of anywhere the ram that's currently on the board could move and hurt me.
Yep.
So,
which is a reasonable plan. Okay, so first up, let's get a ram out here. And I feel like a second ram wouldn't hurt. Oops. So that I can do this twice.
have you ever thought about not doing that twice?
I've thought about it, but then I thought, why would I not do it twice when I can? Okay. So I think I will do a move, which I'm going to take these 2 rams. And I think the first goal, I want to utilize them the best I can. So they'll go up here, they're going to do 2 damage. They're going to shove this guy up into the top row. Okay. Then...
Now, do you have the option of shoving me here if
I
you
could
want
have,
to?
yes,
Okay.
any adjacent region.
Yeah,
so
just making
I
sure.
could have pushed you out here.
Yep.
You were already firmly in control of that region.
Sure. Yep. Makes
So,
sense.
Why not? I will activate my feat this turn. So what I will do is I get to gather a ram from anywhere, and I get to place it and then move it 3 times.
Oh. I should have read your feat card. Is really what I should have done. I made very good point to read my own feat card before this game, and I should have.
So interestingly enough, there's not a. So if I move and do stuff, okay. So if I start it here, I can first move up to here, doing a damage. I will spend a Cora to make that 2 damage. And then I move 2 troops down to here. I go from this region. I'm going to go from this region over to here. Unfortunately, I don't get any benefit for that. But then I will move into here and destroying 1 and then pushing this guy back into that region.
Okay.
Then I will 2x an attack to remove both of these guys from that region. Okay. Score.
Okay.
All right, region 1. I'm dominating now for 3. So 1, 2, 3. Over there, you are in control. So 1. Down here for 2, because you're dominating. Over here, I am winning, so just 1. Up here, I am in control. So I just get the 2. And then I'll gain Cora for controlling, but not dominating. Over here, I am control dominating plus 2 from here. So that's worth 5.
Ugh.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A minor gives me 2 for dominating. Up here, though, you get 2. And then, so you're in a nice spot where you're actually going to get the bonus die.
Yeah. That was totally on purpose.
It was totally on purpose.
Planned.
And there's no
100%.
one contesting the top there.
Yeah.
Okay, so we start the new round. We
Okay.
each get a Cora.
Cora. No troops left.
Gray die. I deployed 2. We get our bonuses. You can move or deploy with this die, or with this symbol.
Okay.
And then I get to add reinforce with this one. So
Okay.
I would do mine first, since we'd go in sequence.
Okay. So you're first player now?
Yep.
Yep.
But I will reinforce. I'll reinforce here. Okay, and then you get this one. You could choose to move 2 troops right now if you want. Yep.
All right. Now we roll the action dice.
Yep. Roll the action dice. Yep. Okay, we're getting down to it. This could be last round.
Very well could be last round.
So it's first to 40 or the furthest pass. So if we both pass 40, then we would determine who was furthest. Okay, well, that's a lot of fun. So I get to go first.
I hate what you rolled on your all-seeing die compared to what I rolled, and I just want you to know that.
Well, yours is worth a parasite or adding some dudes. I think I need. I feel like I need to deploy some. You're going to get an extra die.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take this. Or this might be more valuable to me, actually, since I can move my rams
I
around.
know. I do not want any more rams in my business.
I think I might need to try to attack. Or maybe I just do this so I can move more dudes around. And I for sure want to attack. So there you go, some dead. So now this is where it gets interesting. Like, these don't appear useful, correct? But you can always go here, gain Cora, or you can gain Witch's damage, right? So you would still get 3 actions for the turn, just like I do.
Yeah.
But you can use that menu to help you now to not just waste dice.
Right. Yep. Yeah, I feel like that in both of the games we play, I feel like that has maybe been underutilized by. I mean, it's expensive,
Yes.
but like again, like it can be a critical.
Well, it's especially when you're in last place, it effectively means that you don't lose out.
Right.
Okay, so we're good. I go first. I think we're gonna put out 2 Stoics. No, just 1. Okay. I would like to use this guy. And I'm going to move these 2 guys up here.
My plans are falling apart.
And this guy gets shoved. We'll just shove him right up on top there. Then we're going to use this to spank that guy down to 1.
No. That's why I was angry that you rolled that. I knew that was going to happen. Okay.
Okay. 3 is rough because leaving his nameless at 3 HP means the nameless does 3 damage when he attacks in that region.
And
so
I assumed he was going to plink him down before I had an opportunity. But again, this is a case where, like, man, I'm in last place, so I got that advantage. But the first player, if I had been first player, I could have done some. There could have been some carnage. Okay, some carnage. It's a Uglon faction
Carnage.
joke for you. Yeah.
So a question: is there a reason the Uglon have a monochromatic palette? Yeah, actually, there was. So in the very original version of the game, the Uglon were the AI version, the thing to fight. So there were 4 playable factions. The Uglon was playable as well, but I was only creating 1 enemy faction at the time, and the Uglon were that. And often the Uglon they're kind of based off orcs and goblins and stuff like that. And so typically they're very muddy, they're brown, they're dark, they're goopy and black, or dark green in traditional fantasy. And I loved the idea of this just pale white horde of troops and characters, and I imagine like the sea of Uglon coming over hills, just like snow, like this white snowy landscape of creatures. And so it was a conscious choice to make them more monochromatic. There are little hits of pink and green in their art, but I wanted to deviate a little bit from what I might consider traditional fantasy.
Yeah, very good. Okay. Well, I'm mad at you.
Good.
So that's where I'll start. Oh, this guy's on the wrong section of my map. Okay, I'm gonna buy another nameless and put him there, and then do I mean, you've got one attack left, but you can ram me out of there. I hate that. I will attack. Man, E. Yeah,
Yes, you will attack me.
I will attack you. No, I can attack. I can't attack an adjacent region. Right?
Yeah, you can.
I can.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, totally.
I'll attack this guy. I don't know if that's probably not smart to sit there and plink away at.
Was that a parasite or was that?
That was.
Oh, that was your attack die.
Yep,
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect. Okay.
But good point. I'll parasite you there too.
All right. That sounds fine.
Or,
Yeah, it just goes back. Yep. Well, I don't mind that. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to gain a ram back into my deployment zone. Okay. Now I have juicier targets for my all move, so thank you. So now I'll use my my all move. And
you shouldn't be allowed to play this with people who didn't design it. That's my hot take. For
I'll
today.
never ever be able to play it again with anybody who hasn't played. I think we want him to hop up here.
I think the other cool thing that I've experienced playing, I mean, I've played this game 3 or 4 times
Here.
now, I think. And every time I've played it, I've
Damage.
been like, whatever faction I'm playing against, I'm like, ooh, I really want to play as that faction next time I play. Which I haven't ended up doing because, again, we're trying to showcase all the different factions. So I've ended up playing something often that I hadn't seen yet. But the whole, like, ramming situation seems really fun.
It is.
And I'm jealous of it. So that's...
I'm jealous that you played with 35 troops instead of 25.
That's completely fair. I don't know that I made good use of them, but that's all right. Okay, I will. Oh man, I'm in bad shape here. I think
So this is where you could choose to sacrifice those to do an attack or to gain a Cora, or you can use them. Like the purple one is worthless since you have no troops to add.
Yeah, it probably would have made more sense to. Well, I don't know.
Do you have any Cora left? No.
No.
You spent it all.
Yeah, I think my goose is firmly cooked, but
So you're saying I might get to keep my iPad?
maybe. Let's not jump to conclusions here.
Well, we don't yet. We're 31-32.
Yeah.
This is pretty neck and neck at the moment.
I will sacrifice this to gain a Cora to...
So you have to set. What do you mean sacrifice? What are you doing?
All right, to move this. Sorry, move this to here.
You have to spend 2 dice.
I did.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Sorry. My bad.
Yep.
wasn't
Because I could use that movement to move a guy here, but I can't. I have a feeling he's going to get rammed out of there before I have a chance to use it. So I'm assuming the game's going to end after this round. It may not, but I'm just trying to.
Well, currently you have information. You can see that I actually cannot move. All I'm going to do is attack
Oh
you.
yeah.
So you have perfect information, so to speak. So if that affects what you want to do,
I don't
allow
know.
that. Like read the landscape of the war, right?
Yeah, but I'm bad at that. So that is. And there's all this pressure. All these Chip Theory fans are watching in the chat and making fun of my poor play. It's just
The question is, did Gilly use his card too early? I don't think he did. He got full value out of it. He got all 10 troops gathered from, or actually I think you had 8 that were killed at that point.
Yep.
So technically if he'd waited another turn, there might have been the full 10 to recover or to regather.
With all the Rams that were out, I felt like I needed to get some presence on the map.
Yes.
And
it worked. Plus he had the all move afterwards, which allowed him to then take that 10 and disperse. And that's kind of the key
Yeah.
when you have that ability to do that.
Man, I just don't know. I don't feel like I have a great... We're just going to try this. I am going to move this guy here with that.
Okay.
That'll be my...
All right. Well, then I will attack him for 1.
Okay. And... Yeah, see, that doesn't actually help me at all.
It lets you kill one of the little elites there.
Yeah.
Or lets you get rid of a few dudes.
Right.
But it might have been made more sense to go over there. I still would have plinged him for 1, but then you could have removed and then controlled that region.
Yeah.
But you don't get victory points for doing that, right?
Right. That's, yeah. I mean, I get 1 if I dominated it, but...
no matter what, I'm still going to plink him for 1.
Yeah,
so.
I'm going to kill this... No, I'm going to kill this ram. No, or can I
So
only
that
do it in
doesn't
this
work.
region?
So it's in a region with the troop.
Yeah.
So that's very specific. When you're doing elite-based actions, you're always looking for the region that elite troop is in.
Yeah. And just out of spite, because I hate your stupid rams, I'm killing the ram, even though I don't think that helps me in any meaningful way.
It's fun, but now we score. Okay, so it's actually pretty close. So right up here, I have 3 for 1, 2, 3. Over there, you get that one for 1. Down here for 2. Over here, I get 1. Up here, I have a stoic, which helps me, so that's 4. You are contesting, so I only get the 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Over here, I get the 4 as well because I'm controlling but not dominating. So 44. Up here, I get 2. And then you get 2. So 36, 46.
Mm-hmm. And there you go.
There you go. Good game.
Yeah, yeah. Well played. I will consider not hating you. I felt competitive. I felt much more competitive in this one for a much longer stretch of time. The Rams became the virus rather than the Uglon, and that seems not very thematic. So
they're a pestilence.
I will be taking that up with this game's lore master in short order.
I would blame Adam. That's what I would do.
That's fair. That's fair. That's always a good plan. All right. Well, so that's game 1. We are going to be back in what, 5, 10? Yeah. Something like that. We are going to have a second game with 2 different factions. I have no idea who's playing them. It won't be me. So that is all I know right now. But thanks for watching the first half. We will be back with some more PvP in 5 to 10 minutes. Stay tuned, and thanks for watching.
Cool.
welcome back to the Wroth gameplay live stream. I am Andrew, and I'm joined today by Carter, who is our new
Howdy.
intern here. First time appearance on the stream. How's it going?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah, good.
It's Thursday.
Good. I am a little zonked from pre-campaign prep, so I might seem a little out of it today, but just up top there. If you have enjoyed what you've seen so far of the gameplay live stream, you can play this game. It will be at Dice Tower West next week. Yes, next week. It will be in the Hot Games room, run by Gamefound, I believe. I will be dropping that off to them on Wednesday, so I will be arriving at the convention around noon. So if you go before then, they won't have it, but after then is probably when we'll drop it off. So just run to that room and say, I'll have mine Wroth. This is the game. That's the copy. What? Also, if you see me there, say hi. I love to talk to people.
Also, Santoro, if people are interested in what they've seen so far and would like to back the game, where can they find us?
Well, the campaign's not live, silly. But on March 12th, we're over on Gamefound. The link is down below where I'm sitting. If you scroll down past where I'm sitting, you'll see the link there. That's where it lives. You can click it, you can follow the page, then you will know when it goes live at 10 a.m. on March 12th. There will be strategist pledges there. So if you are speedy, you can get yourself one of those. If you are new to our company, they are pledges that get you the future stuff that we come out. You get all the stuff. It's a good pledge. Costs a lot, and they're very limited.
Mm-hmm.
But you get a bunch of our games for forever. But yeah, that's campaign live on the 12th. Preview page up right now. Check that out if you want. It will be going live at 10 a.m. on March 12th. Not next Tuesday, but the one after.
Correct mundo.
All right, so we are playing Wroth today. If I can get a top-down camera, we are playing with the two expansion factions. So these have never been shown, I believe, on the camera to anybody. So we'll go over them a bit, and I will explain phases and everything a bit more than they did in the last one if you're a little newer. We're doing it in reverse order because I probably should have done that in the first one, but so the Paladin are kind of like paladins, and hence the name, I believe. But their whole thing is they've got these hardy units. They got these 4 health boys that heal up each turn. It sounds pretty annoying. They got these riders that can move 2 regions, and if they do, they hurt something. And then they've got these big old shield guys that they can just plop down, and they take the hits before their other units can take the hits in those regions. And then you got the witchy ones.
Yeah, today I will be piloting the Vena. This is a faction that is very good at goading their opponent to hit them.
Yes, goad as in Goading.
So my elite units are the Hags, which are 4 health units. Anytime opposing factions attack regions with a Hag, I immediately get to attack back. So it punishes my opponent for challenging me or my regions.
Yep.
My Acolytes, anytime an opposing faction attacks the region with an Acolyte in it, I may deploy 1 troop. Helps get troops on the board. And then Cauldrons are kind of my more backline unit, if you want to call them that. They have 1 health each. They can only be attacked if they're the only unit remaining in a zone.
Yep.
And the very, very cool part is that they resurrect deceased units, not from my region here, but rather units that have been taken off the board already.
Yeah. So all the Black Cauldron, I believe is the reference there. You put someone inside and they come back alive. That's pretty cool. Just like that film. Just like that book.
All right.
So we're going to shuffle up our region scoring tokens. That's a classic way to start this game, as in you have to do it every time you start this game. I don't know if you want to place them or if you much care. I like to do it face down, but I guess it's random.
Yeah.
Then we put our wild action token over the Exodus action. If you saw the first game, you saw how powerful that action is. That's why we cover it up.
All right.
At least to start.
Centauro, what's on the menu today?
1 point. I'll pass. I'll take the 2 though. Okay.
Top of the hill, we have an
Got a
objective.
benefit. Nice.
Oh boy.
Ooh, a battle. That one's the deploy. Again, I will mention up top, this is prototype stuff. So some of these weren't updated to our most recent updates. Some of them have been. For instance, this star is also the same as this star, but it's different from these two arrows, which is what it actually is. These two people, pretty close to what it should be, which is those two people. Battle, I believe, is pretty the same. And then that should be a little chunk of Cora instead of some little bubbles.
Namely this here on the dice.
Exactly. Or these icons. So these are our Cora costs for these elite units. So mine costs 221. I believe yours are all
212.
Interesting. Okay. So we've placed our scoring markers. We've chosen our factions. And now...
Centaur, if you'd like to go first, you get the chip.
Well, we're not finished setting up. We got to deploy 3 fellers.
All right.
I believe that's all we do for setup. It might be spacing slightly, technically. But yes, first player token. I will take it because I'm in the place that the last first player token was. These are technically the region numbers. Pretty easy to remember. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Kind of like a spiral that goes in towards the middle. So we each start by deploying 3 troops. That finishes setup. Our map is all good. We each have our things. So we go through our phases. Our first phase is spoils. During the spoils phase, if you control one of these areas that has a little icon, you gain that benefit. In the first round, you skip it. So we just jump to laying groundwork, which we each deploy 2 troops. We each get 1 money, Cora. And then we each roll our all-seeing die. We both got the assault
Violence.
phase. Violence.
We
this
only
day.
know war.
And then it's the draft phase. So we would roll all of the action dice. I'll leave that up to you because you are closer to the lead dice tray.
All right.
And normally we would roll 2 per player plus 1. In a 2-player game, you add an extra die just to keep it a little spicier, a little quicker.
Well, looks like we got a pretty decent variety.
Balanced pool. I mean, there's it's kind of a clear one for good old first player here to draft first, which is the old all move.
Yep. And correct me if I'm wrong, so this allows me to deploy 2 troops from my zone over here, or region I occupy.
Yeah, so this phase will deploy 2 troops to a region you occupy. This is always in reference to regular troops.
Mm-hmm.
This one lets you deploy 2 regular troops to your deployment zone, or you can move 2 of any troops to an adjacent region.
All right.
This one gains a Cora. This one lets you battle.
In that case, I will take the Cora.
Beans. That's the one I wanted most in all the world. Let's see. Oh, you're not moving currently.
Correctamundo.
Huh. I suppose I will. No, I want you to be able to move.
All right. I will go ahead and take the telegraph dice here.
Yes, right into my trap. I'll take the battle die then.
I will get the final dice. Santoro, what happens to the final dice?
It goes away. I mean, put it back in the dice tray. But normally that would go to the person in last place. There will never be a person in last place, or we'll all be tied for last place, I suppose. So if there's ever a tie for last place, no one gets that die, as is the case right now. But in the future rounds, if one of us is lagging behind, we would get the die. In a 3-player game, the last person would get the die.
Sounds
but again,
good.
if 2 of those players were in last, neither would get the die.
All right.
Battle around. I am the first player, so I am going to deploy 2 troops to a region I occupy. Bloop. There they are. 2 troops.
Notably, our deployment zones count as a region.
Yes.
I think I'll take one out of Manny's book, and I will gain a Cora and wait for more information.
The other thing to note with the deployment regions, we're all very proper soldiers, so we will never attack people in deployment zones. We'll never attack any troops that are in deployment zones, and they will never attack from deployment zones. acknowledge that that would be a little unfair because they can't be attacked in those regions. So they all have agreed in a nice battle.
It's like the Wroth convention.
I will use my all move. One thing as well to consider: all regions or regions 1 through 6 are adjacent to your deployment zone. So that is everything except for the 2 middle layers. Those can be only accessed from here into here into here. So my all move die lets me disperse 1 full region into any number of adjacent regions. So we're gonna do just that. Let's see, there are no really high point regions. The 3 again did not make it into this, which is interesting.
Kind of funny, honestly.
Yeah. Let's see here, and then so just gonna establish a presence across the board.
Yep.
I'm just gonna do that. Let's see what
So
you can do.
the interesting part here is that neither of us
Oh.
have a, well, you have a regular attack dice, but
Yes.
both of our all-seeing dice have rolled double
The assault
skulls.
phase. I
So-
will also, I think I'm gonna do one more thing on my turn.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna spend a Coca-Cola to place an iron will in here.
Honestly, a very good move.
Yeah, I want to shore up the old defenses and the one that's closest to you. That's worth the most.
So I think I'm going to use my arrows here, and I will deploy 2 more troops to a zone I control, which would be my deployment.
Okay. More waiting and seeing, which
Mm-hmm.
leaves me in a pickle because I'm very proud and I cannot attack you in your special place. So I will have to burn this attack die on nothing. I have no targets for this. So this is a very good strategic move on Carter's part here. So one thing to consider here, when a player has no action dice remaining, their turn is skipped for the rest of the round. So even though I have not used my all-seeing die, I will not get a chance to here because I'm burning this last die that has no target. This currently has no target. He's likely about to move and give me a target, but he's going after me. So this is...
Huzzah.
I will use that to just deploy a troop. 'cause it
Player
has no other
player
focus.
priority, baby.
Yep.
All right.
No, it's interesting because going first is certainly strong because I got to take the spread out die, but certainly weak because now I'm at the mercy of your move and assault.
So in this case, during your turn, you can obviously spend Cora both before or after using your dice. So in this case, I think I will be purchasing a hag.
Yep. That's horrible.
And then using my deployed troops, I can either deploy 2 more troops or I can instead move 2 troops to an adjacent region, which I'll be moving here.
Oof. Yes. Yes, indeed.
What is it good for? It's war.
Yep.
And now in this situation, it's still my turn.
Yeah.
So I will use my all-seeing die
Yep.
to deal 2, and I believe I have to damage
Only
your
allowed.
iron will.
Yeah.
All right.
That is its purpose. You served your purpose well. All right. So that is, you've used up all your dice. I have used up all my dice. The round has, or not the round has concluded. This phase has concluded. This is the actions phase, preceded by the draft phase, post-seeded. I never know. But what comes next is scoring, which we skip in the first round. And then we are on to initiative passes, which I just give you this die.
Yay.
So you're the first player now. So
All
now
right.
it's the beginning of the next round. We do our benefits. I'm the only one who... Oh, I do control an area with a benefit. I controlled this region. I'm going to just place my guy over there, just a reminder. So I control that region. So I get that benefit, which again is deploy 2 troops to a region I occupy.
So notably, no points are being scored.
No,
For the
this
first
is
round.
just the benefits.
So that little,
And we are on to round 2 now.
yeah, that little star icon
Yep.
is the equivalent of the arrows here.
Yes. So I'm getting to deploy 2 troops to a region I occupy, which I feel should be this region, I suppose. Just try and get a little bit of control there. That is the only region. These 2 are the other benefit regions, and they are not occupied at all. So we move on to our laying groundwork. So we get to deploy 2 fellas. We each get a Cora, and we each roll our all-seeing die.
All right. 2 times.
The old sniper dice.
All right. So we got some new.
Region for 1 damage.
We got a new menu.
Yes.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Okay.
And then we got pretty good variety here.
Yeah, that's a good variety. And your pick is first because you are now the first player. You've
Correct.
become the first player.
So I will be taking this attack dice.
I am going to take money.
All right. I will be taking. So here's the thing, right? There are 2 all movement dice, meaning I guaranteed will get one for my final pick. So I can either deny you.
I mean, I could take 2 all movement dies in a row. It would be ill-advised.
Well,
but I could do.
Right, because I get a selection here. You
Yes.
get to select, and then I'll have one more selection before
yeah.
you could do so. So I think in this case, I'm going to just take this movement dice.
Man, I think I just want an all movement.
I'll join you in that.
Okay, well, who knows? Who knows what I'm going to do?
All right. So I am the first player.
You are. That's
So
correct.
I get to do the thing.
You sure do.
So in this case,
2 of your dice to get a Cora, maybe? Or...
yeah, right. So in this case, I think I will spend a Cora to purchase an Acolyte. So Acolytes, anytime an opposing faction attacks a region with an Acolyte in it, I may deploy 1 troop, so it can help me get on the board faster.
And it is not specifically stated what region that troop is deployed to, so it will be to your deployment zone.
Yes.
One thing to
Then
note.
we'll use the all-powerful yellow arrow.
Yeah,
Huzzah. So in this case, I think I want to just kind of match you.
Mhm.
You have only 1 sniper dice, so that's really the only attack you have.
Yes. Unless I burn 2 dice to take an attack
Yes.
action.
So in that case, I'll move 2 units over here.
Yeah.
Probably move 2 here. Let's go 4 here. And then this final one, I guess we'll put there.
Huh. Okay.
One back to you.
Interesting. Wowzers. That's not great for me. Oh boy. Let's wait. I'm just going to gain a Cora.
All right.
I'll pass.
Sounds good. I think that I want to. Ooh. We could have some fun here. So I'm going to use my my movement dice here.
Yes.
Now, Santoro, is it up to 2 troops that I can move? Can I move only 1?
So, that is such a good question. Deploy 2 troops, or you may instead move 2 troops. My assumption is that the intent is that you can move up to 2 troops. I don't think we would force it, but the big thing to keep in mind is that both troops that you're moving have to be from the same region, and they have to be moving to the same region.
Right.
You
Sounds good.
Go
Yeah, can't split it. So I'll use my 2 movement. I'm going to move 2 troops up the hill. And then I'm actually going to spend my 2 times dice, my all-seeing dice, to do that action again. I'm going to move 1 more unit up this hill. And then I'll pass back to you.
Oh, okay. You took the old double move. That's pretty annoying. I will say that is not my favorite thing that's happened here.
Considering this will be the first round scored,
Yeah.
I think it is beneficial to try and attempt to take the hill.
First region. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna slightly wait and see a bit. by deploying 2 troops to a region I occupy. So I'm going to deploy 2, airdrop some support down here.
All right. So then my final turn will just be a simple attack, and I can either choose to try and wipe Santoro out of a region I'm occupying with them to try and dominate a region for extra points, or I can try and like kind of stem the bleeding in a region that we're fighting in.
So you could, I'm currently winning this region, you could even that one, so neither of us score, presuming I don't
Use something, yeah.
attack dice. So, that's
So
probably a
in
bad
this
idea.
case, I think I would actually just want to take a region for myself. So I will use my attack dice, and I will slaughter this one troop over here.
My poor troop. Oh, man. Okay, so you have no more actions. I get to
Correct.
run roughshod through this place here. So I'm going to burn Matukora, return into the old stockpile to place a rider. Let's see. So I spent my money. I'm going to use my all move.
Ooh.
My troop has fallen. So now I can move all. I'm going to move all from my deployment zone once more because that was my most heavily occupied area. which
Technically,
may seem
there's
obvious.
still 4 units over here.
So let's see here. I can be. Where can I be a little stinker? Is what I'm trying to do. So we're gonna move these 2 here and these 2 up here.
All right.
The rider has the unique ability that when it moves, it can move another region. So it can move 2 regions instead of 1, even when it's grouped with other things. If I choose to move it 2, it gets to deal a damage to the first region that it entered. So we're going to move in there, and we're going to deal a damage to that fella. And then we're going to use the snipe die
My poor Tiro.
to kill that fella.
No.
And take control of that layer.
All right.
And then the actions phase is over because he spent all them action dice. So now we're doing our first proper scoring round. So
I might not have a good time here.
so I am controlling and dominating there. So I get 2 points on the board. Up there, I control. I do not dominate, so I get 1 point. Down there, I control. I do not dominate.
So you get
I
2
get
points.
2 points. Up to 5.
And down here,
Down here, I get another 2 points.
then you get 1 point for being here, 1 point for domination.
Yeah, 9 points. And then here we are tied, so
So-
neither score. Here I control and dominate, and my rider gives me a bonus. So I get 3 up to 12. And then there you control and dominate. First points, first board.
Represent. Huzzah!
All right.
As
So
you can see, the rider has definitely
the rider's quite good.
screwed over my very cute play of trying to go up the hill.
I mean, you did get to maintain that one for
Mhm.
now.
For now. So we'll see if that changes.
And then
So
I do think so. Both of our factions are very Cora intensive. We both want a lot of money, and we have not rolled a lot of money dice.
yeah,
So I think that's interesting.
yeah. Definitely, I'm excited to see like the various matchups that we are
Yeah.
going to have in this game.
Yeah.
Right, having 7 factions, 5 in the base game, 2 expansion factions,
Yep.
is definitely gonna make a lot of interesting
Yes.
playability variables
Yes.
and just allow players to build on a
Oh yeah.
easy to teach, hard to master
Yep.
mindset.
Yeah.
Right.
I wonder if we want to do some like route, like here are good matchup sort of guide. All right, but that concludes the round with first player chip passing back to me. So now, top of round, we gain benefits. This is going to be a fun benefit round. So no benefits, no benefits, no benefits, no benefits. These are gained in order. So no benefits, benefit. So you get to
I do not.
you
You're
do-
tied.
Okay, this is going to be fun.
This is gonna be bad.
So
I have a
mine scores
feeling,
next.
I have a feeling what's about to happen.
Or it doesn't score next. I gain the damage benefit. This is just like if I had the damage die. So I'm going to deal damage to an adjacent region and deprive you of that benefit.
But Santoro, I owned the hill.
You owned it for a moment in time.
Oh,
that you
no.
can treasure. So that was benefits. We're into laying groundwork. We each plop out 2 fellers. We get a money, and then we roll our all seers.
Everyone loves a good
Ooh.
comeback, Santoro.
Yeah, you'll get there. You got
Two
that double.
times. That's not bad.
And
And
we each get our monies as well.
yes.
Our Cora, our Energon cubes.
All right.
Oh, this is a money round.
Yes.
Money plane.
Yeah. 3 attack dice.
Oh boy.
3 money dice.
Oh boy.
And 1 deploy
Okay.
troops to a region you occupy.
Octopi.
Octopi dice.
Ooh.
All right, and you are first, so you get to draft first here.
Huh. This is a weird pool.
What makes you say that?
it's all the same. I mean, I'm gonna take the one unique one because I feel like it's good to be special.
branch
in a
out of it,
pool
yeah.
That's all the same.
I think for me, I am going second.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
That's true.
interesting.
So you will be picking dice.
Yes,
Second.
I'll take my attack dice. My first.
Yeah, your first of many, I'm sure. So I have a money. I can get up to 3 money. Does 3 money matter for me? Not a bit. I'm gonna grab a money die.
All right. I am going to take a second attack dice.
I don't like it.
I do. That's
know
why
you
That's
do.
why I chose it.
I know. I'm so aware. Beans. Attacking you is so bad though, because all your stuff wants to be attacked. But all your stuff that wants to be attacked costs money. So I'll take more money.
All right, and then I will take the final 2 dice because I
Yep.
am trailing by
Yes.
a country mile.
Yeah. That's the catch-up mechanic.
All right.
A very elegant catch-up mechanic that I do like a lot. I think it's very clever. I'm gonna put that filler over
I dare say I agree,
Yeah.
especially since I'm the one trailing.
All right. Let's see. So I have so much money right now. It's money out the ears, so I can just sort of hang out for a long time and just gain money.
Would you like to
That's-
cash in your all-seeing die now?
No, yeah, I mean, why not? I
It's really
suppose, yeah.
not much of a
Yeah.
point to holding that one.
You never know if I'm actually going to use it or not.
That's true. All right, so in this case, I have chosen all the attack dice. I've hoarded these,
Mhm.
so I get to try and kill some of the
Stem some
the
of
lackeys,
bleeding.
the ones. Well, Leonids
Mm-hmm.
is your specific troop name.
Yes, that's true. And these are
Um,
Tyro.
So in this case, I think I'll just cash this in for
Get outta
2
here.
times Cora.
2 times Cora.
So I'll make some money. And then I'm trying to think if I would like to purchase a unit now or later. So I think I will just purchase an acolyte
Sure.
for now.
Oh man, I'm so jealous of your one cost troops. They're quite annoying. I do have a few 1 cost troops of my own though. So I'm gonna spend my Cora die to gain a Cora.
Mm-hmm.
And then before you start getting attack happy over here, I'm gonna start putting up my shields, which I do like. I initially when I read this, I'm spending 2 to plop 2 shields down.
Mhm.
Initially when I read this, these were dumb and I did not like them, but this is funny because now you have to.
Yeah,
You can't attack me.
seems
That's
very
good.
very strong.
And do I need a third? No. Okay, so I gained my Cora. I plopped down some shields. Yeah, I think that's. Yeah, there's not really a reason to buy my other guys. Nah. It's your go.
All right. So in this case, I don't really have many options.
You can spend. So
I could
you
spend
could-
2 dice to do
you
something.
could spend 1 to deploy 1 troop, or you could spend 2 to take any
Yeah.
available action off
There
the track,
is
which
choice.
you could battle.
There is choice. I think in this case, I will just use
Will you
an attack
battle?
dice
Okay.
to eliminate this troop here.
Yeah.
Back to you.
It is back to me. Hum. I have 1 die remaining. So this lets me deploy 2 of my regular troops to an area I occupy. Or I could burn it to deploy 1 to my deployment zone only.
Seems great.
You're probably really in support of it.
I
I'll plop
am.
2.
I really am in support of it.
So 2 folks into the inner lining there to see if I can hold it down. I'm now passing over to you completely because not only are you going second, but you had an extra die, so that's pretty rough for me. This is where you can really...
I think I'm going to spend 2 Cora here. I'm going to put down my first Cauldron. And these are very strong, all things considered.
Yeah, I mean, if you put it in that region.
Yeah.
So the Cauldron can't be attacked until there's no other units remaining.
And notably,
the Hag
this guy
hurts me every time I attack it,
4
and
life.
it has 4 health. And none of my troops can deal more than 1 damage at a time. So
seems good.
yeah, that's gonna live there forever.
All right, so then using my turn dice, I will use an attack dice, and I will. I'll cut down one of these guys. This here, fellers.
Yep. So my turn is. So this is also a notable thing. I have a feat card and 2 Cora. Carter has just taken his turn. I have no more action dice, so my turn is skipped. So even if I wanted to, well, let me spend some Cora. I don't got that option.
All right.
I'm stuck here.
So using that, I will be using my final attack dice, and it stinks because you control the hill. I don't have much movement, obviously, currently. So I think I will just take another one of your Leonids off the map.
Not a bad idea.
Gotta try and stop you from. Oh, I'm about to get absolutely rolled in points. Oh, jeez. All right, we're playing for late game, everyone.
Yeah.
My Cauldrons.
Yeah, the Cauldrons are really annoying in the late game. I will say that. I played as the Vena before, and that is something I noted quite heavily.
All right.
Okay, so we have finished our actions phase. We're on to scoring. I control and dominate. 2 points. Well,
I control.
You control. 1 point.
You control.
Do I? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Does this count as a
5?
unit?
It does.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So you control. So 2.
2 points. That puts me to 16.
You
that's
also
not give me a bonus.
And you also control here.
Another 2 points. Thank you very much. I dominate there.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I dominate here.
Wow. Okay.
Got him.
You're coming back.
You dominate here,
I
and then
sure
no one
do.
controls the top. So you'll
So I
gain.
2 plus 1. So
Plus 1 for the red.
Wow, I'm 23.
All right, we'll be fine, everyone. I've planned for this
Yes.
in getting rolled that first turn.
The game's MSRP is $65. Each faction expansion is $18. They will be cheaper on the campaign.
I believe 55 for the base game
Yes.
on the campaign.
55 is the base game cost that was revealed today in this very live stream. Okay, so initiative passes is the last part of any round.
Yay!
And then we start the next round with our benefits. So 1, 2, 3, 4 have nothing. 5 has nothing. 6, you get to do the deploy phase.
Yay! So in this instance, it's deploy 2 to any region
Yep.
that I occupy. So in that case, I think, because I'll run through my thoughts here, right? I can either place it here, 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 or here, and really the only benefit to me is, probably here. Like, just making sure I have 3 units on this space, and I keep continuing to control this bonus.
Oh, also, when does your cauldron thing happen?
At the start of the round.
Okay, so
I will
do that.
get, notably, not one of my units from
Your
my 25, rather, a unit that has been killed already. And it gets plonked down on the square with a cauldron.
Yep.
So.
Ugh. Yeah. Getting back.
Yeah.
What's his name? Crunchings and Munchings.
I'll name him Frank. Frank has been resurrected.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I have no clue.
From Black Cauldron for Why can't I remember his name? It's not Fergal, but it's so close to that. But he loves crunchings and munchings. You're too young, is the thing.
23.
I mean, granted, Black Cauldron is before my time as well, but I did see it eventually.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Santoro, my friend.
Yes, we continue with our benefits. So that has happened. I now get to attack a region. How specifically do your hags work?
Anytime an opposing faction attacks a region with a hag,
I hate it. Okay.
or with an acolyte, right? Because they have
Yes.
an attack clause as well. So if you attack this region or this region,
So I get
my abilities trigger.
I get to attack a region, but I don't love your abilities. Oh, whoa. What was I? I just can't do the hag thing. The hag thing's so bad. I hate it so much. And it's only 1 damage. It's not worth it. to take
23
it down.
victory points.
No,
In the league by
I'm
18.
aware. This is how I play this game, though. Here's the thing. I played this with my lovely wife, who was behind for the entire game, and I had this same mentality, and then she just steamrolled me in the last round so hard. I'm gonna pick off one of your troops up there.
Oh,
I want to
so sad. Not Phil.
try and take back that area, maintain my healthy 18-point lead, hopefully. So that is that region benefit.
All right.
And then we're on to the center. No one has it, so we skip it. Then we are on to the laying groundwork. So we're going to roll these guys.
Yep.
We're going to pop 2 guys out into play. And then we each get a Korra.
I like to see it. I like to see the sniper
Yeah.
being able to pick off one of these islands.
I like 2 damage.
Yeah, it seems quite
a
good.
hag attack might actually happen now because
Mm-hmm.
it's not worth it for me to pick off 1. Notably because the hag will do 1 direct. Gurgi.
Yep.
Gurgi. What a good name. Gurgi's such a good character. Gurgi's so much sadder in the books. Oh my goodness, Gurgi.
All right.
Makes
So
me
then,
so sad.
so we've doled out our money.
Yes.
We have rolled our all-seeing dice.
We have
and
placed
we
our,
have placed
our
our 2
fellers.
troops.
So now we roll them action dice.
All right.
Hmm.
Like to see it.
Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with all moves right now. I like how your troops just naturally start to clump up here, and you're like, I really just want to move right now. But then I like that you can.
All right.
Oh, you're first player.
I am.
Okay.
So I'll take 1.
Yeah. Assume we're both going for the same
Very,
thing.
very simple.
That's what I wanted, though. Okay.
I will take a gem or a Korra.
A money, a Korra, an Energon cube, a unit of resource.
So now I am the player in last.
Yep.
So I will be getting 2 of these dice.
That's
Basically,
correct.
which one do I want to give to Santoro? Do I
That's
give him the
also
option?
correct.
Or do I just take something else? And I think I would like to take the movement dice.
Yeah. Notably, you probably want to stick me with as many
Attack dice
attack dice as you can because you like to be attacked.
Surprise.
I know, because you got those cool black cauldrons that you just get to keep bringing your Gurgies back.
All right. So in this instance, I am the first player. So I will be getting a Korra. And then using said Korra, I think I would like a hag. And that just goes over here, if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct.
Ready to be deployed.
They absolutely should not be deployed directly into any region. They're already much too powerful.
Yeah, seems good.
4 health is so much. It's so scary on, like, I guess, yeah, I know. It's scary for me too, but they don't hit for any big chunks. Let's see. Oh boy. You're going to spread out, and you get to do it after me if you want, which bums me out a lot.
Feels good, man.
I know, sure should. Okay, so I'm just going to slowly, like, pick off your guys. You know, that's just what we're going to do. You're going to slowly bring them back to life.
As is my right.
Yeah. That's what's cool about joining your, like, your witch cult that you have, I guess. I don't know I have the lore packet. I could look at what they do. What's the Vena's deal? is my question. You can take your turn. I'm done.
All right, sounds good. So you just attacked my region. This one, correct?
Yes, I attacked
Awesome.
that region. Oh yes, yep. That's
All right.
That's me.
So then for me, I think I will take an attack dice and I will slaughter this lone soldier over there. Here on the corner islands.
Yeah,
Then
knew I should have attacked that region first.
I think I will just pass.
I'm so choked for regions somehow.
23 points.
I'm gonna keep complaining. It's what I do.
Grumble, grumble,
Grumble, grumble. Okay, let's see. I kind of want to disperse out. I shouldn't. That'd be bad. But I could blast away, which would be pretty cool.
And I started blasting.
I just want to start blasting. No, that's irresponsible. I am going to spend 2 Cora
All right.
to plop a rider in.
Mm-hmm.
Good old rider. Then we're going to use our big old deploy. Or our big movement.
Ruh-roh reggy.
Indeed. That's going to go there first. Let's see. These 2 are going to go up here. Make you work for that corner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put up a little extra defense there. The last feller. Why not here?
All right.
Really shore up. So this has moved once. I can move it again. So I am going to move it again.
Seems good.
And I'm going to move it again. And I'm dealing 1 damage to the region it entered first. Is
Yep.
how that was going to end up with.
Or the region it leaves, right?
Yes, because it's. I imagine it that the thematic
getting trampled.
purpose is that it's leveraging your face to launch itself into a new region. I don't want to. Let's go into the highly contested region. It's dumb. It's bad, but the rider can get out of it quick. So we're then going to use our double attack phase, or not double, but 1 big 2 damage attack to smack this hag for 2.
Now, notably,
Yep,
I believe that triggers my hag.
it sure does.
And
Attack does have
as is
to.
my only choice,
Yep.
I believe I attack the same region.
Mm-hmm. Hit my iron will. That's right. I block you with my sheer iron will.
All right.
I could be a little stinker and spend my last. I kind of want to. Just plop my last iron will.
No! Stop gumming up the board. How dare you?
Iron are immobile.
All right.
Yeah,
I see how this is. So you currently have 6 troops in that region. I have 5.
Oh, I'm counting 7.
Wait. That is 7.
There's another one nudged
Oh,
in there.
jeez. All right. So in this instance,
So a little flavor, the Vena, the northern Vena, are exiles and outcasts from other lands, gathered for safety, but bound together by the purpose, meaning, and magic of their Hyperborean forests. Their community and knowledge give them power, but so do their ties to the darker powers of the world below. By spells and by incantations dredged from places best not named, the Vena manifest powers innate, discovered, claimed, and even
you know where I get my darker
outright
powers?
stolen.
You know where I get my darker powers? From being 18 points behind.
Yeah. That's what they should be good at.
All right. So, notably, Santoro has 1 more action dice left.
That's true.
I'll be using
And
this
this
dice.
is an attack die that will hit for 1 damage.
Yes.
Unless I've got
You'll
some
be hitting somewhere.
special heretofore unknown thing that I can do to make it do more.
So rather than moving 2 troops, I'm choosing to use this to deploy 2 troops to my deployment zone because I have an all move.
Yep, you sure do. This is also a tactic I enjoy about this game is really clumping your guys in the deployment zone if you're holding on to an Exodus die, because I just like your opponent can't attack there because it's a very safe zone. So
Yeah, there's
really
honor. There's honor
forces-
among witches and paladins.
Yep. I'm just like, oh man, I really want to start attacking that pile of troops down there, but
Not today, Santoro, not today.
I'm just gonna make you send some more troops, but where? Use our last attack to kill that last fella over there.
That seems pretty good.
Yep.
All right, so in this situation, I need to do some damage control when it comes to points.
That's true. I have a lot of those.
So let's get started. I'm gonna actually use my sniper dice to start,
Beans. Okay.
and I'm going to slaughter this single troop over here, pick him off, get him out of here. And then, as is my right, I will be using my all movement dice. I really love it when you attack me, Santoro,
Yes.
and I really like having a double benefit in this one battle zone.
No, it's quite
So
good.
I currently have 6 troops in there. We'll go.
So dumb. That's such a dumb area.
Let's go 7, so no one scores points here. I think that's a
Oh,
fine.
you don't even want to take the points there.
I could. I will think about it before I finish
I would
here.
consider
Yeah,
this.
we'll get there. I will put
Yep.
1 trooper over here.
That's a nice easy dominate.
I think that maybe over here. Maybe actually I spread this out a little bit so that if you attack me, I continually get benefits.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sure. Go here. Contest here. So if I move 1 here, I'll get 1 point. But if I go like this, you get no points. Ah,
Yeah. So that putting 1 up there.
yeah. I might.
giving you
I'll put this here.
1 point.
There we go.
Yeah. There you go.
I'll take the points here. That's for sure. Thanks for the
Yeah.
the vote of confidence in my.
This one's the one because I am dominating that, so I will get
Yeah.
2 points for that region
Yeah.
instead of 1. That's the main
You get 3 from this
consideration.
one, which is pretty awkward, but I can't do anything about that.
Yes, not this round.
So in that case, I think I'll just because from this 1 troop I can't get any more points. I can deny you a single point with the troop, which will be here.
That's true.
All right.
Yeah. Think about that. Yeah.
That's what I got.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, that was annoying. All right, I am
Do some
still
scoring.
ahead though, so I should stop. 1, 2 for you. 7. You got that one for 1, and then your hag gives you a +1.
Yes.
So 9.
Behold.
Down there. You said you have more. I'll take your word
I
for
got-
it.
There's so many troops here. 1, 2,
There's
3,
8.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have
Huh.
7.
Okay,
So I control. So I
you
get
control.
I
You
get 2 points
2.
from that, but I also have a hag and an acolyte there, which both give me +1 points to controlling the region.
Oh,
So I'll score 4.
Puts you up to 13.
You
I get to
control, so you get 2.
2. Yes.
You control, so you get 1.
Mm-hmm.
I control and dominate, so I'll get 2.
Okay.
You control and dominate and have a rider.
Yes. So I get 2, 3 total.
points.
So up to 29.
And then no one controls the top of the hill because
We just don't want to, I guess.
Yeah, I guess, you know.
about that.
our troops really don't want to climb the hill.
Yeah. So after scoring, this passes.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Bonuses.
the turn conclude, or the round concludes, and then top of next round, you deploy your guy.
Huzzah.
I believe that happened. No.
Or
Yeah.
sorry,
you
my
resurrect your
little
guy.
cauldron.
Yeah. And we'll bring back your Gurgi there. And then it's benefits. So regions 1 through 4 have no benefits. Regions 5 has nothing. Region 6, you get to deploy 2 to
Huzzah.
a region you occupy.
And I think in this situation, I will be moving this here.
I really didn't want that.
I
This
think-
is so bad. I know.
Yeah, I think that's.
I'm very close, but like you're in the part of the game where
I'm starting
your
to ramp.
folks really take over.
I'm starting to ramp up here.
So 5, 6, 7. I get to attack a region. Oh, okay. This is pretty cool. I'll take
Yeah,
that.
you will get to be able to pick that off.
And then no one gets 8.
Yes. All right.
Because we hate the top of the hill.
Then-
we know. And then we get to deploy
Payday.
2, get our money, get our Cora, roll our all-seeing dies. Ooh, double could be good.
Sniper.
And
Take
then we
that.
roll the big old pile of action dice because it's the draft phase.
A lot of movement today, Santoro, which does not
Ooh.
benefit me in the
There's
slightest.
a lot of movement. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Huh.
this is not good, as they say,
Okay.
as the kids say. Not good.
Huh. What does this do for me?
I don't know.
Not really anything. It helps me just not lose, I guess. I can just movement's very good for me.
Your
Yes.
horsemen are
Yes, they just do attacks
Yeah.
for free. Yeah.
quite not bad.
Yeah, quite good. Well, let's do this all move because why not? You know?
I think I will be taking an all move as well.
I'm gonna take the last all move. I don't know. Deploying to. Yes.
Okay. I will also be taking this final attack,
I'm gonna take the last all move.
and I will get the final 2 dice.
Yes. Okay. I have 1 Cora. It's not enough Cora.
Correct.
I should not.
Astute observation, Santoro.
I would have to burn 2 die. Oh, then you get 3 turns in a row without me doing anything. Oh, I want the money so bad.
Do it.
I'm running out of regular
Do it.
troops. Oh, let's see.
Cash in 2 dice. Come to the dark side.
I think my correct move is to use my good old move. I'm gonna double it up.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna deploy it 2, and then I'm gonna use the other one to move to.
Mm-hmm.
Where am I? Yeah, I shouldn't deploy 2 because I only got.
Move
Ah.
or move not?
That
is
is
the
the
question.
Yeah. I just won't use my double. I'm just doing the deploy 2.
All right. Sounds good.
Yep.
It's my turn.
Mm-hmm. Do you have
Hooray.
any units that give me Cora?
From being killed? Is that a thing? Is that how that works?
That's how Cloudspire works.
That'd be kind of interesting.
A game I don't believe you've played ever, but
I have not. I would like to eventually. Maybe we'll get there, but
when you kill the purchased units, you get some money for the next round.
I think what I'm going to do here is this is very rough. I think I'm going to use my attack and my snipe dice here and kill these 2 units here.
Oh.
I'd like to take you off that square or off that zone.
Yeah, it's not really a square by any stretched
That
definition.
Crescent.
Yes. Like a half donut with ears.
I mean, my name's Carter. It's a C. I should own it, right? This is how this works.
That's how things work. I could make the argument that it's an A with out a middle part, so it's owned by me, Andrew.
All right. So it is your turn.
Oh, that's true. I'm running out of regular folks, and it really stinks. I've never gotten my guys so low. 1 solitary, and you're just spitting out new ones each time. Ugh. Okay, let's see.
Only one per turn.
Only 1.
Yeah. In a game with 25 to start.
Oh yeah, you've already gotten about 1 12 and a half of your. I'm going to use this die, this old die here, this old all move, to move all of the folks on this region.
Mm-hmm. Now, can you choose to move or leave one behind? I believe it is up to.
I believe so. Yeah.
Any
Choose a
/
region,
all.
You may move any / all.
All right.
Up to all would be what I would say there. I'm going to move this rider here.
So notably, since you're on the hill, are you adjacent to the islands or only the ring around it?
I'm only adjacent to these 2
All right.
and this one. So I'm going to go pop,
No momentum down the hill.
pop. No. up. And you can never return to the shores,
Mhm.
even if you would want to really protect a troop. So this guy's moved once. Again, he gets to move 2, so he's going to move right back
Yep.
and kill one of those fellas.
Yeah. Here you go. He'll be back.
Oh, I know. That's why I got to kill him now. And I could double that up, but I think I'll save that because I think I've got to hold off as long as possible to make you really guess at what I'm going to do.
Yep. So, out of curiosity,
Mhm.
do you get the bonus if you control or dominate it?
Both.
Both. All right. So controlling.
I mean, you don't get it twice. You get it
Mhm.
for either, yeah. Controlling is the key.
In this instance,
Either would have been the correct word that I was looking for.
it is a bit unfortunate because I'm not able to kill anything for the rest of this turn unless I cash in 2 dice to do so, which is pretty bad, all things considered,
Yeah, you kind of just have to overwhelm
with numbers.
Yeah.
So I guess in that case, I think I will spend. I'll spend this deployment dice to deploy 2 troops to a region I am in. So I could either like double up here, which I think actually I will. Yeah, I need to get these out onto the board.
Okay, now the big. So I'm going to use the double because it just got to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use my. That was not an attack. It was a all move.
I'm about to have a very bad time.
Hopefully, I mean that's the goal. It's not worth it to fight over that region no more. I could just disperse all my guys out of that region. Pretty funny.
It would be.
Although my iron wheels cannot move, they are just big.
They're stuck
big
there.
old shields. Yeah, let's move. Oh, that's kind of wasted though, isn't it? If I can't deal damage, I should get over it. All right, horse move. I'm dispersed. I'm spreading out from this region. So I'm not gonna leave nothing behind.
And notably,
I don't want to fight over it.
this region is adjacent to this one
Only that
and
one.
that one alone.
So that's why I did that. That was my first. I did use my double die though, so I get to take that very same action again.
Also, would you like to move your rider 2 spaces? Because you did move him.
I sure could, couldn't I?
As is your right.
It is my right. I don't think I. Ooh, that's such a good question. I don't think I need to. I think I'm fine. But I will disperse. No, I will. That's a good. Yeah, that's a good thought.
You're
I'm gonna
moving. You're
move this
moving him
horse.
to one of your neighbors.
Yes, good. I'm making hay while I'm then going to use the double phase here.
All right.
To plop these fellers around and really make you work for me not winning this round. And then trying to just lock it down this round. I am just going to use this. So once per game, gather all iron wills. And deploy them. So I get to gather them. They will return to their max healths. I can gather them from anywhere. So if I had not deployed them, I could take them from my mat. Each region that they are deployed to will be dealt 2 damage or attacked for 2 damage. So plop, kill.
Oh no.
Oh no. Plop, kill. Take a damage
now,
from the head.
Notably, does this count as attacking?
It does count. That's why I plinked it.
Yeah. All right. Rules lawyer.
Yeah. Lawyer my rules. And yeah, I think I plop and kill.
All right.
So I take that guy down. You get to deploy one. Oh,
hooray.
To the deployment zone. Yes. So that was my big play.
All right.
Just trying to hold it down, see if I can get it this round.
All right, Santoro, I'm going to make it difficult for you.
Fight me.
I'm going to do my best. Do my best. So I have 2 options here.
maybe this has already been covered, but will there be more than one map? There's currently only one map. I think this game is infinitely expandable, honestly. I have been working on the how to play videos. It's given me many ideas for expansions and characters to pitch. And I do think the map is something that could very easily get another map eventually. But in the base game, there's just this one map. Possibly more in the future, who knows? Depending on how well it does, back the game, and it's much more likely.
if you'd like to see it happen,
honestly, if this game gets the support of Bones, maybe it gets the sheer amount of expansions of Bones.
only you can pledge to support
Only you.
Wroth expansions.
I love the size of this game. How small is it? It's not small, but it is certainly smaller than a lot of our games.
Do we have a
here's
banana
here's
to
a
show
a reference hands
to show size?
I have larger hands, so this isn't the. Here's a traditional chip theory dice tray. If you have one of these in your home, it's about, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, about 4 wide and about 2 deep. The faction mats are about 2 wide and not quite as wide as that. But
It'll be a good
it's a
size.
sizable game. It's not huge though, which I really like. The box is also going to be pretty compact, which I also really like because I like being able to fit our games on my shelves, and I sometimes cannot.
All right.
So fight me now.
So
now that I've answered these questions.
So in this case,
and don't feel bad about asking questions. I love answering them. So keep them up if you've got them.
I think. Santoro is very close to winning here.
It's correct.
Close to 40.
That is correct.
So I need to do some damage control.
Yeah, I cannot. You need to deprive me of 11 points.
Now, I think I'm going to have a very big turn here in response to your very large,
Correct.
your once per turn faction ability. Or once per game. Not once per turn. That would be busted.
Once per turn.
So I'm going to spend one of my turns using a movement dice here.
Awesome.
Actually, I'm going to spend a Cora first to purchase an Acolyte.
Yep.
And then use the movement dice to move 2 troops to this location. You can see where this is going. I will then use... Well, actually, I will pass over, and since Centauro has no more dice, it goes back to me.
You can just take the turns.
I'm going to use my once per game ability to gather...
Use it before or after your spread?
Before.
Are you sure?
Right? Because if I do it before...
Oh.
And I put everything, if I wanted to put all cauldrons in one square, I could then use this to move every resurrected troop.
That's true. I'm saying the only region adjacent to you at this moment in time, if you disperse from that region, is this region. So clumping them all there kind of leaves me to take over the other side of the board.
Thank you for pointing that out.
So instead of using your move to move those guys, though, you might want to have left them.
Yeah. You know what? We're not going to make a game-losing error. Thank you for your advice.
Yeah.
Noted.
I mean, I want to try and win.
Yes.
Having everyone know their full good moves.
All right. So in that case, I do get to move 2 troops. That's about all I can do with this dice. So I will be moving to...
Yeah, the corners get rough. I like when the high points are in the corners because it's hard to change gear from being in a corner.
Yes.
Nothing's adjacent anymore.
So correct me if I'm wrong here. When I'm deploying my cauldrons, it's in any zone that I have a troop in.
Yes.
Correct?
It's like they pulled out a cauldron and they are
Sounds
brewing
good.
up some people in there.
All right. I think in that case...
So did you brew up a person this round?
I did.
Okay.
It was in this square. So I'll move 2 from this zone right here.
Sure.
Over here.
Got it.
Then we will use this right here. And we're going to gather some cauldrons.
Sure.
So I got 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I can put them 1 at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And then put 2 troops from my discard into the region with the cauldron.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'll be putting 1 here.
Sure. It's for each one you get to resurrect 2 folks?
Yes.
Oh.
Seems quite good.
Yup.
Seems like a very easy way to
Yeah,
try and combat the
the
board
spread.
here.
Oh, you have people in almost every region too.
I think we'll go here
Uh-huh.
and here. I think that makes the most sense. Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to be getting 2 troops back for each cauldron.
Yeah.
So I am going to do my best to contest
Cooking up some dudes.
the Paladin. Perhaps score myself some points.
Can't call them Gurgi anymore when you plop out 6 at a time.
All right, and then with my
he's
final
one of a kind.
my final trick, I will be using this all move to do some damage control here in the board.
Mm-hmm.
So I will be moving.
To deprive me here, you need 3.
Yes.
To deprive me here, you would need 3.
To fully deprive you, but
Yes,
I can
to
do some
fully
damage control by. So unfortunately, you're gonna be scoring 4 points at the top of this hill, and there's nothing I can do about it.
You only need to put 1 here to
Yes,
tie this area
yes.
up. You're winning this area already.
I'm winning this one, this one.
You're winning that
Yeah.
one.
All right, so I will be definitely putting 1 here at the very least.
Yes.
I think I will be putting at least some here.
That ties that area up.
And then I have 2 troops left, and I can't contest any of the middle islands, or not the highlands, the hill itself.
Yes.
So unfortunately, you are going to be able to
I will gain those
gain
points.
4 points no matter what I do.
Oh, I'll gain more than that.
Well, from these alone.
I'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You know, you're correct. So I guess I should
Yeah.
maximize my point counts.
Yes.
So controlling here gives me an extra point. Because not only do I control the region, but I also have an acolyte in the area.
Correct. You would also be depriving me of the point.
Controlling here also deprives you of the point and scores me an
And
additional
gets you
points.
2 points. I think that's good.
Yeah, I think that's what I can do with
Your
my
board is-
crazy turn.
Your board is so empty. You have so many elite units out.
And I'm still trailing, so I'm going to get the
I
extra
know.
dice.
Oh,
So I will pass back. You know that is
it
the
passes. We both pass. Yeah, we're both
So,
spent.
do some
so-
scoring.
Region 1, get your 1 point.
Yes, cauldrons do not
Nice.
add to my point totals.
Over there, you
Control.
control it
And have a hag.
So
So
you get 2.
2. I dominate this
2.
and have a
3,
hag and an
4,
acolyte.
5. Woof. Okay, so that brings
Yes.
it to 23.
I believe I get 2. No.
2 plus 1.
Yes.
So you get 3 up to 26. Oh boy.
And then here I control and have an acolyte, so 2.
Ooh.
And then here you control, you get 1.
Okay, go.
Here you control, dominate, and have 2
So I
riders.
get 4 from there.
And then
34.
the final point, 2.
Okay.
All right.
Also, since it's likely, it looks more and more likely that we may both hit 40 at the same time. Tiebreakers are furthest over 40 if we both hit it the same round. It is not who wins by scoring region order. I think that'd be a little
That'd be a little annoying.
Suspect.
Yeah. This one island's
and
more
then-
important than the rest of them.
If we both go over by the same amount, there's another tiebreaker that I don't remember because I don't think it comes up often. These are both spent. That has happened. Initiative passes. Top of round benefits.
Bonuses.
So nothing.
You
nothing.
control here.
I control here, so I get to deploy 2. Cool.
So you
I
get to
deploy
deploy
my
final
last
troop.
one.
Mhm.
Where? So if I score another 6, I win. So I kind of want to hold strong in the areas that I'm already controlling.
Notably, my cauldrons also occur.
Yeah, they do.
So I will get 1 over here, 1 over here, and 1 over here.
Yeah. Truly an annoying faction to play against.
Bubbling mud.
I know.
Yeah, I need to make up a chant.
Yeah. An incantation. I'll just pop another one in the direct center. So I've gained my benefit. I do hold complete monopoly on the benefits, which
Yes.
is nice. So,
Quite good.
So
Turns out
now I get
three
to
free
attack.
moves.
Yeah. Basically 3 free dice. It's
Mhm.
pretty good. So I get to attack as though I had an attack dice. So
if I have to choose
man.
an incantation for the Vena to hum along to, it's definitely gonna be Purple Rain by Prince.
Anytime an opposing faction attacks a region with a hag, you immediately attack that faction in the same region for 1 damage, eh?
Yeah.
I don't know if it benefits me to kill one of your hags that I have no troops in the region of, but I could do that.
That is a selection.
I think I'm just gonna try and gain back control of this area. So why am I taking 2? I take 1. You get to deploy a troop because I've attacked a region. So was my attack, and then this happens. So
Big
I
surprise,
get to
they're probably not moving.
deploy 2 or move 2. I have no more to deploy, so I'm gonna move 2. Oh, I'm gonna move my horses. I'm just gonna move them in and out.
That seems very
Boop,
strong.
boop.
Yep. Slaughter these guys.
Okay. That's the benefits stage.
Mhm.
So now we're in the laying groundwork. We each deploy 2 fellows. We are both clean out of troops. This is honestly the biggest
Jazz
massacre
hands.
board I've ever seen. Then we're gonna roll our all-seeing dies. Double money.
Money. Wow, this is probably like the worst roll for me this one, yeah.
in an end round, and you were very
Definitely want some
low on
attacking.
elite troops.
I suppose 1+1 I can at least deploy my final hag.
That's
but
true.
It doesn't do much.
Not really.
And then
So
we
yeah,
get to
we each gain our money. We each rolled our gray. Each deploy.
roll
Perfect.
some dice.
Of course, it's like a death.
That's
Yeah, no, it certainly feels like a death ritual is being prepared around.
That's a lot of
around the
damage.
battlefield. Oh boy.
But that is
Thousands
even
of
worse for me
times.
because you get your horseman movement, which is obnoxious.
Oh yes, I do get to guarantee
Yes,
horses.
yes.
Here there be horses, I always say. That's something everyone notably knows
Nay.
about me saying. Okay, so you get to pick first.
Yeah.
First player.
So the awkward part is that your movement is basically it slaughters me. It's not good. So in this instance,
Yeah, the move in and out with the horse, with having my horses grouped up there is pretty good.
I will take.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that too.
I will take another movement.
So this is literally not a die right now,
Yes.
which is interesting.
I
as
will.
well.
I will just like.
Yeah, that's
start
gonna
putting
be
this
your
over
free
here.
die. Attack. Yep.
All right.
Cool. I guess it deploys a troop.
So now I go first.
It's half of a wild action is what you can consider it if you want. Yeah, so you are first player.
All right. So in this instance, I'm definitely in an awkward spot here because I have to either try and stop Santoro from getting up to 40 or pass him on the way.
Yep.
So in this instance,
You gotta kill some horses, I think.
yeah, unfortunately, I do not think I can do so.
Yeah.
There's really no reason not to cash this in, so I will get my Korra.
Mm-hmm.
Makes no sense not to.
It's true.
As far as like areas I definitely control,
Can you deprive me of 4 points? Is the big question.
I don't think I can because I have to contest up here.
Yeah, that's gonna like take a lot of movement.
Yep. I'll purchase a hag, and then I am going to use a movement dice.
Yep.
I think that's what I want to do there.
Yeah, that seems correct. And annoying.
Don't call it a comeback.
Don't worry, I won't. I'll spend 2 Korra. I think. Let's see here. Looking around the board. Yeah, let's spend 2 Korra.
Mhm.
Play another rider. The Lions have not seemed appetizing to me this game, but that's because you're not hitting for big chunks. If you
Nope.
did, they'd be quite good. Because they heal themselves each round. I believe they're the only unit that can do that. Which is,
Seems decent
yeah, I do like it. Ah, man.
and obnoxious, honestly.
This rider alone by itself, it's not great. 2 attack dice, also not great. Everything has hags. I'm just gonna attack one of these little
Mhm.
dorks up here.
And notably, the reason Santoro is not destroying my cauldron is because
I can't.
it is not the final. It is not the final troop on the square or
Yeah.
on the zone. So
Basically, all your other troops will protect your cauldron is the thought behind that. Just as all of my iron wells will protect all my other troops.
all right. So then
They're
back to
kind of
me.
inverse designs.
Back to me.
I mean, not really. But the final unit.
I think it sucks because this right here
It's literally not a die.
literally is not a dice. So
You can
this
you can take any of those up there.
in combination with any of my other one of
Yeah,
my other
you would
dice
have to
is
burn another die.
is something. But I don't think I want to give you an all move.
It would also give me the last action of the
Yes,
round if you
which
did that.
might be good. So in this case, I think I'm just gonna ignore that and stick with
Yeah,
having these here.
it's probably for the best. Those are pretty good faces.
I
for
guess
you.
notably, you also get the last move anyway, whether I choose to use it or not.
Mm-mm. You've
Right?
got 3 dice. You will
Because if I
technically.
use 2,
Oh yeah, you will have
Yeah.
an unusable dice.
yeah.
for your
So in
last
this
dice.
case, I
So
will choose one of
technically,
these,
yes.
and then I will kind of save my last hurrah. Is what it is.
You could though, if you wanted, you can do this. You don't have troops to deploy, so you just used it. So you could pass your turn essentially.
Yes.
Because the only ruling is that you just can't pass your turn without spending a die. If you spend a die without the resources, you can still pass the turn if you want to act last.
Oh,
Because acting last, as you've clearly seen,
that
is
seems
quite strong.
quite good actually. That Santoro, you're
Yeah, I'm
putting these
trying to help
stratagems in
you
my
out.
head here. All right,
The game's a lot.
In
It's
for
got
a
a lot
pound.
more going on.
in for a
than-
pound.
than it
We'll
at
deploy
first. Yeah.
2 troops from the Aether.
That's the thing. I love how simple this game is on its face, but it has so much in it going on.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Down the wire. It's been very. I mean, for me being behind at some point by 18 points,
Yeah,
this
I know.
game is
I know, it's
definitely
much closer.
much
now.
closer.
So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And obviously this is a 1 versus 1 match, but you're definitely seeing the strength of the Vena in the late game. Having that cauldron ability and then being
Yeah,
able to just
absolutely.
recycle troops. I've definitely put probably 9 to 10 more troops than you.
Oh yeah, no,
On the board?
and they were dead troops.
Yeah.
That is the most notable part.
Yeah,
Is
and
you
in
have
a
a
4-player
huge
game,
resource.
in a
on me.
4-player game, right? Like that's huge.
Yeah. I mean, also being able to suddenly do 2 damage to all regions and protect them is
Quite
pretty
good.
strong too.
All right.
So I think I'm just trying to whittle down your corner there. I think so. I'm just going to attack.
Mhm.
Kill 2 more of your fellers up there.
No,
Yeah.
they're gone.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm getting at that cauldron eventually.
All right. So at this point, I need to do damage control.
Yes.
And
I think that's
in
kind of been all.
this
all the game,
instance,
but
I think
you have to get into the center is the main thing.
if I get into the center, yeah, actually, if I do, okay, I'm gonna use my attack dice.
Sure.
And I will kill a single trooper.
Okay. That is. I don't care for that. I have that's you. Yeah, you're pretty spent. I don't need to ask.
I got 1 more movement.
Yep. You got no money.
This must be the last movement
no
of the
feat
game.
card. So I've got move or deploy. I'm clearly gonna move
Mhm.
because I can't deploy. I have a troop who's not doing anything if I don't move it. So
It is quite crazy that I've gotten all 9 of my elite troops out. Granted,
Yeah.
my event helps in doing
yes, that's very true.
some of the workload, but
Yeah, I had already summoned all of mine. I just sort of rearranged them when I activated my ability. Where does the horse want to go?
the pasture.
Yeah. Very funny. You're very funny. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can only tie up there, so I'm gonna pop in here. I have to move 2 to get the bonus.
If you would like to kill.
Okay. I might not move.
Yeah, right?
Huh. Is it the Hag player's selection? Text a region with a Hag, you may immediately. It's your selection. Oh no, but I have an Iron Well there. Yeah, I think that's.
If you move into this region.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's pop in here. I attack one of your regos.
Mm-hmm.
And because I'm moving too. I'm running a group of all the horses.
Now-
There's some really good grass up here.
Yeah. So
some
notably,
good hay blocks.
Santoro dealt damage to a hag and an acolyte.
That's
Or
true.
a square with them. Unfortunately, I have no troops to deploy, so I get no benefit from the acolyte.
Yep,
but-
that is correct.
I get 1 damage. It must hit the stupid shield.
Yep, correct.
All right.
I guess it doesn't super matter unless I left the horse there, but then I couldn't do
Yes.
the damage.
And honestly, that was probably the best move
Good
you could
restriction.
make. Simply out of the fact that now I can't move 2 troops up the hill and
Yes.
and wipe 3 points off of you.
Yeah.
So very good move there.
We're consolidating the horsies.
Very unfortunate. So I guess in this case, I get a movement, and I can.
I move 2 troops.
So if I can move 2 troops, I can deny you, I believe, a single point with this dice, which is if I move a troop into
Yes.
this area right here, it stops you from dominating it and then ties it up a little bit more.
Yeah, I believe that's the only move.
Leave
currently.
the writings on the wall here.
I believe
but-
so.
It was a good game. This is my first time playing, so I will take
Yeah.
a pat on the back for myself for.
Yeah, I
for
mean,
it being what
I
it
certainly
is.
have much more experience with the game at this point than
All
you
right,
do.
so I will move 2 troops over here.
To Valiant. Valiant move. I love it.
All right,
Okay, we're into scoring.
let's total some points.
Total those points. You get 1.
Yeah.
Bloop, you get 2.
Yes,
for
2.
your hag. You get
5.
Wow. Okay. 36. You get 1, 2, 3, right?
3.
Yes, 3. 39.
3.
3. 42.
All right, so we stop counting here.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
This is the because I'm the one.
This is the suspect part about
Yeah.
the region order.
You get 1.
I get 1.
This is gonna be a very close game. And
Yeah,
I,
it is
I
much
thought
closer
about
than I thought it would be.
5 for the middle
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep.
ties it up, and then finally an additional 2 points.
Wow.
For a even
Oh,
44,
man.
42.
So much closer than I thought.
Woo! Good game, my friend.
Yeah. Good game. Good game. Well,
This game's a blast.
Won by 2 points.
This game is a blast.
Wow. Yeah, that was good. That was good stuff.
And
Just
you know,
got here. It's the perfect time to get here. Just in
Yeah.
time to see me
Yeah.
win. You don't need to know how I did it. I did it.
you know, it's crazy too because like in this game, there's definitely a number of places where like a different all-seeing die could make the difference.
Oh, absolutely.
The final die given to a drafter, like
Yeah.
And as you guys can see,
Yeah,
you know,
had you
I
rolled-
trailed by 18 points at some point that game. I got every single trailing dice that was
42.
given to the player behind as a catch-up mechanic.
Yep.
And we resulted in 44-42.
Yeah, I think, let me see. Had you rolled like a double face, or that would have just doubled your movement, you
Mhm.
could have ran into the center of the board.
Yep.
That would have deprived me of 2 points.
Yes.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of pinch points there that could. Yeah, I like this game. a lot.
Very well played.
Yeah. So wrap up. I won. The Paladin are good. The Vena are annoying, but very good. These are the 2 expansion factions for the campaign. So the base game is going to come with 5. It's going to come with this map. Everything is all neoprene mats and neat. The Paladin are, Paladin folks, and the Vena are witchy folks, and they're the 2 $18 expansions.
Mhm.
Check out the campaign. The link for it is right below. Look down there. Not down where my fingers are pointing, but below them even. In the description, you will find the link to the campaign. Follow it there if you want to see what goes live on March 12th at 10 a.m. There will be a how-to-play video that I'm working on right now.
Also, if you'd like to see more gameplay and you didn't catch our last live stream, if you go to our YouTube channel and go to the live tab, you can find our previous live stream. Featured Manny, Gilly, and I believe
Me.
His Excellence Santoro
Me. Also,
playing
Adam.
a 3-player game.
Yeah.
And
Adam jumps in
Yeah.
at the end to show off solo co-op, which is still being reworked.
Mhm.
These are all prototypes as well, so if you had any qualms about the stickers on the dice, these won't be stickers. They'll be much more like these ones that don't have stickers.
Surprise!
But yeah, the campaign's going live on March 12th. We will have a copy of this game at Dice Tower West. If you happen to be attending, it is in Vegas at the Rio. This will be in the Hot Games room, which is run by Gamefound. You can go in there and tell them, I'll have mine Wroth. I keep saying that, but if you actually say those words to them, they'll likely be quite confused. So you can tell them that you would like to play the copy of the game Wroth that they have. It should have printed off rules, and I will be around the convention as well. If you happen to be there, I would love to say hi. If you know of any people that are going to be there who are media or press, feel free to point them my way. I think that's about it for today. We're going to wrap it up. Our next live stream, we will not have one next Thursday because, notably, I will be in Las Vegas at Dice Tower West, where you can play this game in the Hot Games room run by Gamefound. Check it out for yourself.
One final time, Santoro will be at.
Yes, just another push. I will be there around. Feel free to say hi. Otherwise, that's about it. We will be back with a live stream at 10:30 a.m. It is scheduled. You can start waiting for that live stream right now in case you don't want to miss it. It's 10:30 a.m. on March 12th. The campaign launches at 10. We'll be going live at 10:30 to show off some more gameplay, to talk about, to ask your questions. If you have questions, save them up in a big bag for that live stream and ask them all at once. Yeah. That's about it.
All right.
How'd you like the game? Did you enjoy it?
So, just giving my first opinions as a player who this was my first game.
Yep, correct.
This
I
game
taught you moments before we started the
right?
stream.
This game is definitely different comparative to other games Chip Theory has released.
That is correct.
It is very easy to teach, easy
That's
to learn.
Very correct.
Each of the factions has many different abilities and kind of win conditions, abilities to affect the board, and I think people are going to be very pleasantly surprised with just how many variations a game can see based on which factions are playing, how skilled the players are, if they have a lot of games in their belt. Like, this is going to be a game where you can push the skill ceiling tremendously, especially if the game is a 4-player game, right? When you have so many variables, all the dice drafting, people are either teaming up or not. You guys are going to have a very amazing game to look forward to.
Yeah, honestly, probably closest related to like Root, except for everyone kind of has the same win condition here. But Root-like is how I would describe this. If other than like Risk, I don't think it's Risk-like.
I don't think we should compare anything to Risk.
I've never played Risk, notably. I've owned a copy. All right. That is it for today. Again, if you're at Dice Tower West, check out the Hot Games room for a copy of this if you want to check it out. Campaign goes live March 12th, 10 a.m. Be there. There will be strategist pledges, as well as a bunch of other stuff. The game will be the cheapest it will ever be on that campaign.
$55.
$55. It will be raised $10 in price when it hits the shelves at your local game emporium. So get it on that campaign, and if the campaign gets a lot of people getting it, then maybe it has more campaign. Who knows? I don't know. Stretch goals are cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. With that, goodbye.